Hold on, I gotta zoom in a bit.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta prepare.
3, 2, 1, go.
League of Legends luminaries linger in labyrinth. Whoa! Labyrinth. Labyrinthine lanes, launching lethal leeways of legendary lore. Champions choreograph chaotic clashes, casting convoluted combos, while cunning strategists coordinate calculating cooldowns and cultivating cosmic control. Turrets tremble, inhibitors implode, and Nexus nerves navigate nuanced negotiations of never-ending nemesis. Narrating a nexus of nuanced, nefariously nuanced, and notoriously nuanced battles. Alright, that was practice round. Give me a harder one. I'm ready for a harder one.
Yo, okay, I like the attitude. I like the attitude, bro. I can tell you got the Quebec accent. Hold on, I gotta
Alright, no problem,
bro.
Mind if I get a picture with you?
Oh yeah.
Japan, right?
Yeah.
Good to see you, bro. I didn't expect to see you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just last minute decided to come here.
Oh shit.
Yo, can you help him take a picture? Yeah. I got you, bro.
So,
Why is it blurred? Got it.
Where do you know me from?
I started watching when you were still
CS?
CS.
Okay, bet. Hey, appreciate you, man. What's your name?
Steven.
Steven?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you,
Yes, sir. I know emotion.
Chat, bro. Where was that? Yesterday, bro.
Yeah, where was I yesterday? Oh, shit. Nah, you got mad Riz, Haley. Come on my back.
What'd you say?
Come on my back.
Did you guys clip it?
It's me jump on my back. Okay, bruh. Okay, bruh. That shit that funny. We got the ice cream spot now. Chad, are we lagging? Because it keeps saying low bit rate for me.
Lag.
Alright, so you give me a date if you lose. Oh, dude, we're not even. Yo. Shower back. Yeah, we were like on clips.
Oh, what?
Yo. I don't know, but it fits. What's good, Pigeon? What's good, Block? What's good, Wake? What's good, Sugar? What's good, BD? What's good, Josh? Chat, I just came back with Allegra from dinner, and I saw the EMIRU MIZIF situation, and I had to go live to react to this shit, bro. Because there's some crazy stuff happening right now, bro. What happened? Bro, EMIRU accused MIZIF of SA. Yeah. We're gonna watch it, bro. Dude, this is insane shit, bro. I just said hi to MIZIF like last weekend at TwitchCon, man. TwitchCon. Which is not good, bro. And I used to watch this guy back in like 2019. Yeah. The Jack dude. Who's Jack dude? I don't know. I've always said Twitch streamers have tons of skeletons in their closet. Wait until people find out about everyone at the top and the corruption and weirdness behind the scenes. Yeah. Dude, MIZIF is definitely gonna sue EMIRU off of this. Like, this is crazy. If I was MIZIF, I would sue. Like, there's no, otherwise, your career is literally just over, right? If you don't, well, it's hard. It's hard for her to prove. Well, actually, I don't know. It depends what she actually accused him of. Like, we're gonna watch this shit. What's good, Midnight? For years on my Twitch stream, I had to say I had one bad experience with one Twitch streamer of my 9 years of streaming. and they're finally being exposed to being terrible. How does this many people have a bad experience with this guy?
He's nano.
This is crazy.
And XQC is probably the single biggest person who is driving the Collargate drama on Twitch, right? You know what XQC says to me at TwitchCon? He goes, I don't give a fuck if he abuses the dog. I don't give a fuck if he's a shot caller. He calls himself, when he's investigating what's happening, the debunker.
Holy shit, there's so much drama coming out. Granted, it's really not the end of the world if he did shock it.
Who are MIZIF and EMIRU?
Okay, we gotta give the entire lore. Oh my god, someone said, bro, MIZIF might actually kill himself tonight. Jesus. Okay, so let me give you the backstory, right? Who is, I know the streamer, were they dating? I don't know. Like, nobody knows, right? Like, a lot of the viewers were like parasocial. Like, they were thinking they were dating, but then I don't know, like nothing really happened. Nothing was.
What the heck is on her bed?
Yeah, she has a bunch of Kirby's. Yeah, she's known as like this cosplayer, right? So wait, hold on. Before that, let's watch our own reel.
Okay.
Is it posted?
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Let me accept this. Oh, you posted this one?
Oh wait, should I post a different one? Which
Yeah,
one? The
I
red
told you
one?
to post the other one.
Which one?
In the store. It's higher quality.
Oh, the store one?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, but it's fine. It's good. Just post that like later.
Or
Go
should I do
TikTok.
the other one?
What's the other one?
The store one. This one. This one.
No. Definitely the other ones are better. Because that one's backdrop is like so lame.
You're lame.
And
What about this one?
lame.
What about this one?
That one's good. That one's the best. They confirmed it later after breaking. Oh, so they dated and they broke up.
Oh. What?
Holy shit, this shit just gets juicier and juicier.
Okay.
Alright, hold on. A quick backstory. Chat, backstory on this. And for Allegra, because Allegra doesn't know these people. Basically, the photo shoot pics, we're not like, we have to go through them first. Like, I gotta pick the best ones and shit. Like, we're probably gonna, maybe tomorrow, on stream tomorrow, we could do that. Let me see, where are you showing them?
I think that's cool.
Oh yeah, this is such a good picture. This
It's
is like
a cool
artistic.
picture.
This is an artistic picture. Yeah, we had a photo shoot today, chat. For those of you who are
photo
not,
shoot? Bro.
we had 2 photo shoots today.
No, that was like 8 photo shoots.
Yeah, holy shit, that was a lot, bro. That was a lot of photo shoots today. But yeah, we might go through the pictures tomorrow and shit to pick the best ones. But today we have to review this thing, bro. This shit is okay. So the backstory, right? MIZIF is this guy. Okay. This is a
He
pretty
looks
bad
like
picture of him.
Sam Smith.
Sam.
Guess it's true. I'm not good. I
He
don't
looks
want
like
my
Sam
son.
Smith. I see it. I do see it. But it is not Sam Smith. It's this guy, and he is like, he used to be like probably like the biggest streamer on Twitch in maybe like 2020, 2022 around there. And he had like a huge
He was
scandal.
the biggest?
Like pretty much, like he was like top dog. Like,
That's crazy.
yeah, and yeah, he's like very like a witty guy. You know, he makes like witty jokes and shit. And he had a huge scandal in like 2023 or some shit, where he was accused of covering up sexual assault. Which I'll just say the word SA. SA means sexual assault. He was accused of a SA of some other girl to his friend. He was accused of covering it up for his friend, right? And so that ended up like being really bad for him, but then he won the lawsuit like 2 years later, right?
Okay.
But then he says like it was traumatic for him, and it really like fucked up like a lot of his like career and shit like that. And so, but he did win the lawsuit, right? But then today, 2 hours ago, this girl EMIRU. So what's good, Ego? EMIRU's background is she used to be a League of Legends streamer, and then they started collabing, these two, and then she blew up after collabing with him. Like she became, now she's like pretty much the biggest girl streamer on Twitch, or like
Really?
one of them. Yeah, she averages like over 10K viewers. Like she's like a lot of girl streamers, like they're not like huge gamers either. She's like also like a gaming streamer, and so like she's like huge now, and as a lot of it is in part because of MIZIF, because he kind of put her on. And so because they collab so much, she moved in to he has a content house, right? Has a big content house, and he has an organization called OTK. And so she joined his org, and she started living in his content house, and that just like blew them up even more, right? But then nobody knew what was happening behind the scenes, if they were dating or not, or anything that was happening, right? So then maybe like a year or two later, you just don't see them collabing as much anymore. But people just thought, oh, it's because of the scandal he got, but they thought like maybe they're still fine, right? They're on good terms. Just publicly, they're not collabing. And then 2 hours ago, EMIRU goes live on stream for 2 hours and talks about how MIZIF sexually assaulted her and tried to blackmail her and all this other shit that I saw she accused him of. So yeah, so that's why this is like such a big deal, because like they're both like one of the biggest like girl and guy streamers.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what the fuck is happening?
You can listen to yourself, you're drunk and on cocaine. I had to talk to you as a friend, you're treating me like shit. You made me try to kill myself. And all you can say is fuck you.
What the heck?
And all you can do is say fuck you. You treat me like shit.
This is some old stuff. I don't know.
On a list that when I seen the list, I say, yo, I'm not jacking them. I'm personally here saying, right now, bro, I don't get, niggas know I don't care, bro. MIZIF tries to censor the door, he's not getting inside.
Some other people saying they don't like him, but yeah.
September.
Let me see
And this
some.
person
I'll
is
put
not a
this on
streamer or
2x.
content creator, but
Let's go,
obviously
Gabriel.
that does not. Me and my roommates, who are obviously other pretty well-known girl streamers, that we have been safe here, paying for like
So pretty.
security stuff, making sure we're protected. Again, my manager's been taking care of that all her own. Twitch did not offer anything like that.
Oh, and she low-key got assaulted at TwitchCon too, which is crazy. Like there was a clip of her. She had a meet and
By
greet.
him?
No, a random.
Oh.
Like she had a meet and greet,
Yeah.
and she had a lot of people waiting, and then just a random guy literally just walks past security and everybody, and goes up to her, grabs her head, and kisses her. Like it was insane. Like that was an insane ass.
And
clip.
yeah, that's where it is right now, pretty much. I can't say like too much about what me and my lawyer are doing, but my hope is really that there's some kind of like public resolutions that people who like have seen this and like know about everything that's happened can feel better about it. Because like I said, I don't feel like it's just about me. Like it could have been anyone that it happened to, like a small streamer who's not as lucky to have the resources or like the reach that I have. So it's very scary and yeah, just very, very frustrating. And yeah, I don't know where that's gonna go. I'm sure that they're probably, I would speculate, not very happy with me for talking about all this, but I feel like it's not fair to keep it hidden from all the people who literally had to witness it because of Twitter and Reddit and all these things. I mean, I'm not complaining about that. Obviously, you guys know I was super grateful that the guy posted it, got spread around, so that I didn't have to figure out how to talk about it myself.
Who
But
posted what?
yeah, I'm just, it's a lot. It's been really heavy this week, but obviously I've been getting a lot of support from my friends and other streamers, and obviously my manager, the people that I work with, my
Double
employees
scroll.
and such. But yeah, I don't want to just let this be a thing that I think that they're hoping it just blows over and gets like swept under the rug. I'm not gonna, go live every stream and complain about like, oh, I got done dirty. I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna try to the best of my ability, keep you guys updated until there's like some kind of resolution, so. Yeah, pretty heavy, intense stuff. Yeah, it's been, sorry, I'm just looping myself now, but yeah, I would hate if like this kind of just
36K.
went away and people were like, oh, what happened? I don't know, am I gonna go to TwitchCon next year and, like if something happens to me, it's gonna, they're gonna try to hide it, basically. Yeah. So, there's that. Give me a second. I have some more stuff I want to talk about, but I'm trying to not, rush myself, because I'm trying my best to, like, stay composed to the best of my ability, so that I can get to the information across accurately.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for, support and stuff. Like, honestly, it's been shocking to me.
Chat, vote for me.
I don't know. I guess,
oh, this is a bad timing.
This
is a bad time to be asked.
Expect the bare minimum outcome, if that makes sense.
ADHD,
so,
bro.
Yeah,
never mind, don't vote for me.
Very
Yeah,
thankful,
Nina also got banned for sexual assault, or sexual harassment, I guess. Like, bro, this is too much. What is all this shit happening? Let me show you the Nina clip. People got rich, don't know how to act. No, it's they didn't know how to act, and then they got rich. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't know how to act and you get rich, you're not gonna learn how to act. Damn, bruh. Damn, open message. Fuck off, have some dignity
Have
and
some
retire.
dignity and retire.
Who's Yeet?
This is just like a clip page, like a news page. Yeah.
Who's that?
This guy's called Asmongold.
Like, I
Rip
really,
03,
I mean,
but technically 03 is a YouTube group. It does Nina being banned doesn't really
that's
affect
my
03.
honest, like, what advice do you have? The only math is just money needs to censor somebody else. Any open message.
Bro, this is crazy, man. Rip OTK, yeah, OTK is rip, bro. I don't know, I can't find the Nina clip. Let's watch this.
Full, and I hope that whatever comes out of this makes other people feel better. But regardless, like I said, I'm done with going to TwitchCon. Probably done entirely with convention streams. I feel like it's just time, and I think that's probably true for a lot of streamers. The climate has really changed. I've been on Twitch for 10 years. Like, I keep fucking repeating myself recently, and yeah, it's changed a lot, gone pretty big, and I think that's just the reality that you have to accept. But maybe it's not a bad thing, because you can go back to rotting playing games in your room. It's not so bad, right? Retirement? No, not retirement. Definitely not. Because I'm the kind of person, I'll never give up. You're not gonna make me give up. So
I think Mizkiv's an asshole. Yeah, that's his character, right? Like, he's known for being like a dickhead.
Unfortunately, I'm not done yet. Like I said.
For being like a troll.
Just give me a bit.
But then, like, when
you're gonna quit? No.
When you're being revealed to be like to have scandals and shit, then you can't really play
because,
the dickhead character anymore.
I mean, first of all,
people are just gonna think you're actually an asshole.
And second of all, I really think that this is something that was just. I mean, this is just me, being optimistic, but I feel like it was just a case of like we didn't realize that these things could happen, and we obviously don't want them to happen, and like things will be better. And I mean, I'm not gonna leave you guys because of something that someone else did. I mean, yeah, there's like other places that I upload content, but Twitch is like really my home.
I think here she's still talking about like when the random mass.
I feel like most people
I
didn't make a tweet, but like it was probably like 10% of what I needed to say. While people make tweet, make a YouTube video.
Yeah.
That's why I've chosen to do all of this live and like raw, because
she's about to drop
it's
a
just what I'm
bomb.
most comfortable with and what I've always done. So yeah. Oh, sorry, my like emotional voice is so ugly. Yeah.
He was with girls and they told him to leave? When was that?
I don't know. It's just crazy. I just never thought things like this would happen or I'd ever be doing a stream like this. It just feels very strange because it's just very out of my element. I've never really like, for the most part, commented on drama or like self-inserted in situations, but I guess in this situation I'm kind of like stuck in the middle of it against my will. So it's like, if I don't do it, who else is gonna do it? I'm just gonna take a second. Sorry, I said that like 4 times, but
Damn.
this is, it's a lot. I hate drama streams. Me too, man. Bro, like, I could have come home. I could have worked on beating Cinna and Clint's fucking Mega Bonk scores. Now look what I have to do. So fucking annoying. I had to cancel my plans. Which reminds me, I don't think there's gonna be a Halloween stream this year. I don't think that's,
Let's skip
realistic at Halloween. So, but
Is she Asian? I can't tell.
of my last stream, I said that when I got home,
It's hard to tell.
I would be talking
she's
about
mixed.
some other things that
She's like Chinese
really-
and white.
really did not want to talk about, but I feel like a choice. I've already seen a lot of people speculating about what I'm going to be talking about, and some people have been right, but even for the people who were right, they were only like 5 to 10% right. I don't think I've seen a single person online who knew or understood the severity of what I want to talk about today.
Holy shit.
And I want everyone to be aware that I've been handling the situation very seriously, and I've spent a lot of time thinking this over. And not only that, I've been in contact with a lawyer. I had them review everything that I'm planning to say today, because I wanted to make sure that if I was going to do this, I was going to do it right, because it's so serious. And I feel like it's going to change things forever. And so...
Do you think you could ever do something like this?
What?
Like come out and accuse someone of something?
Today, I'm finally
I feel
going
like
to be
she's like pushed
opening
to
up
her limit.
about and telling everyone. Sorry, I swear I'm not trying to like make this dramatic or something. Like I said, I really wish I were not feeling like I had to do this. Just give me some time. I'm gonna be doing a lot of I guess you could say like fourth wall breaking in a way, and talking about things that I thought would always be personal, and just, you know, I would just carry them myself. Today, I'm finally gonna be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that MIZIF has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing.
Oh.
For the entirety of this year, I've attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue, and just not make it a public thing. I always tried my best to keep this to myself, but like I said, I feel like it's gone to the point, which I'll explain later, that I feel like it just has to be done. And I have always believed in not condemning people or starting drama online. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to be asking, why am I doing this and why now? And I would like to explain that before I get started, so that people understand what prompted me to do this today, and that it's not just on a whim or something like that. Okay, so like I said, I took a lot of notes, so forgive me if I just end up reading off my notes. The first and probably most severe reason is that one of the rules that I set for myself a long time ago about withholding this information was that if I ever felt like somebody else was in danger of being hurt, I would then make myself speak about it. And 2 weeks ago, actually 3 weeks ago now, I was informed by 3 separate people, one of whom was present for said incident, that he had done something similar to something that he had done to me, and someone in LA at the end of September. And this person is not a streamer or content creator, but obviously that does not matter. And because of this, I cannot in good conscience sit here knowing that I know critical information about someone that almost no one else does and not say anything. I think that most issues and dramas should stay private and off the internet, and I still hold that belief to this day, and I will hold that belief going forward. However, there are certain things that cross the line, and I say that the line has been crossed too many times to be count. There's a point where I believe that people deserve to know. I think that at a certain point, if you know a lot of things about someone and you don't say anything to look out for others, it's wrong. It's wrong to keep it to yourself. I don't want what happened to me or what has happened to other people because of him to happen to other people. And I don't believe he will ever stop behaving the way he does.
That bad.
But regardless, yeah, like I said, one of the main reasons I decided to do this stream is to come out about all of this, because I can't hold on to it any longer because it feels wrong to do
Let's go,
so.
Emo.
And
EMIRU
an
report.
honorable mention reason for why I'm doing this is that for a while, he has been indirectly threatening me through my friends and people that I work with. They've informed me that he said that if I ever talked about anything he did, he would try to create a smear campaign against me in retaliation. I was told that he even approached other streamers who were close with us back when we lived together, asking them if they would join with him, and they all refused.
This sounds like oddly
At
familiar.
TwitchCon, he approached one of my employees, threatening them
my
and saying if I ever
situation.
talked about him, he would destroy me.
Holy
Multiple
shit,
people have told
bro.
me that his plan was to claim that I kill animals and that I killed my own rabbits, since I had several of my rabbits pass away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him. I'm sure he's probably listening now, and it's probably going to come as quite a shock to him that this information made its way back to me and that I've known for months. But if you try to threaten me to stay quiet, especially using my poor dead animals, I'm not going to stay quiet. Okay. So now that I've explained all the reasons why this took so long and why I made the decision
This is
to do
not
this stream,
sad
I have a
farming,
few
Mel.
more things
This
I would
is a
like to get out
real
of the way
fucking
before
situation, man.
I start talking about all of this.
She hasn't had a great week
The way that I'm
yet.
going to do this today is I'm going to run through everything from the beginning to the end to try to get across the story as accurately and fully as I can. And, hold on.
You have to understand, chat, like, in this type of industry, where a lot of it... Yo, broski, thanks for the prime! Why are you laughing, bro? Say thank you, broski.
Thank you, broski.
W broski, bro. Thank you, bro. I love you. But yeah, in this type of industry where, man, like a lot of your, like in Twitch streaming, a lot of your success or viewership, it kind of is dependent on your network. So it's very scary to speak out against people, even if they do you a lot of wrong. So even in this case, she's like a huge streamer, but in the other streamer she's talking about is also a huge streamer. So it's like, that's kind of scary, you know, to talk about this all publicly. You don't know how the public is going to react until it's said and done. He's just trying to get the public turn. He's just trying to get the public turn against her. No, he's not trying to get the public turn against. He's trying to get the private friends, because that's the thing, right? If you're friends, because you're friends with all the other streamers, if you can get all the other streamers to paint a certain narrative of someone, then the truth doesn't matter anymore, right? Because the public only knows as much as these streamers tell them. So if all the streamers collaborate together and say one thing that is true, even if it wasn't, then everyone's gonna believe it to be true. So
Also,
it's very tricky.
we're going to be showing a few screenshots validating what I'm saying. I have more things, but this is what I felt comfortable using today. And I will be running through them later.
The receipts.
Another thing that I'd like to mention before I start is that during my statement, I'm going to be mentioning directly the names of about half a dozen other creators
It's
who were present
unfortunate.
for certain things. And I want to say that none of these people did anything wrong. I'm just saying that they were there, and I've asked all of them permission. They all said that it was fine to include their names, but I know this won't stop everyone, but I ask people, for the streamers that I mentioned, please don't go bothering them or asking them for more information. If there's something else that they want to say, they'll say it themselves, so there's no point to go pester them and bother them about it. There are also streamers who gave me permission to share things that they relate to me privately, but asked me to redact their names, which I, of course, did. And the last thing that I want to make clear is that not every person that I interact with or that I'm friends with knew the extent of all of these things, and in fact, most of them didn't, and some of them didn't even know anything at all. I tried to keep things private with my close friends, but if anyone during the past year ever approached me asking questions, I didn't lie and I told them the truth. But, yeah, I don't want there to be some kind of witch hunt like, oh, you know, you knew and this, no, a lot of people, you know, didn't know everything.
I think the
or didn't know
TLDR
anything.
is that MIZIF tried to do a lot of things behind the scenes
Okay. I think that's,
to threaten her.
all that I have to get out of the way to start.
Because he's ashamed of his own mistake that he made. Like, I don't think he... I don't know if it counts as sexual assault. It's
this
just
is
like...
public information.
He just made a...
I initially moved in.
Okay, let's
Sorry.
go. Here we
I'm
go.
so sick, like I said.
Here we go.
Oh, she's making me thirsty.
This is,
Give me some.
all public, obviously, this part. I moved in with him.
Yo, Gabriel, what?
I believe it was the end of
Speak
2021.
English, bro. Stop.
Because, he offered, I was,
I'm about to
living alone
ban
at the
you, bro.
time, and I was having, stalker issues in Kansas, and I mean, you guys know, like, all the stuff that happened there. I ended up joining the org and everything. We did a lot of streams together. And, I mean, a lot of people already know this, but I'm just gonna come out and say it. We, started
shit.
dating. We were in a relationship starting January 2022, after I joined OTK. I'm not planning to go into too much detail about the start of the relationship because it honestly doesn't really matter at this point. It's
Let's go,
irrelevant
Rai.
now.
I just
The
saw
only
the
things that
news.
really matter
Yeah.
that you guys need to know
I'm seeing it
for the
right
story
now.
are that it was, one, an extremely private relationship.
KBBQ.
Yeah, we had
It was even
K-barbecue.
hidden from friends and people in
Shit
the
was
org, but I
amazing.
mean, obviously people all eventually figured it out. They're not fucking stupid. And second, it was an extremely codependent relationship, which it's not the issue, but that's just, you know, making that clear for details. He initially portrayed himself to me as someone who was very nice to girls and wanted to help me feel safe from stalkers and wanted me to succeed as a teammate, and we grew very close over time, and I was very dependent on him for feelings of safety, social life, like my stream, my job, everything. So yeah, besides it being a very codependent relationship, the start of it was fine. I saw a lot of people mentioning this. They thought this was what I was going to talk about. It's not a secret. I think everyone who paid attention knew that he was very controlling over what I wore, to a degree, who I was friends with, and even when I would stream. So when it was definitely slow over time that bad things started happening. At the start, it would be things like, for example, he would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me.
What?
Despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruised very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye, but he always, you know, was like, oh, it's an accident. And I was like, oh yeah, it's an accident. Like, you know, of course I'm not gonna think that, you know, he's, yeah, I just, at the time, I just kind of, you know, I just brushed it off. And looking back now, I feel like that was kind of the start of him testing my boundaries, if that makes sense. So that was already kind of starting to show signs within the first 6 months of me and him being close. And then, again, a very public situation. The end of 2022.
Could be trolling, but I guess.
Cover-up allegations happened. I mean, yeah, like I said, all that's public. You can find all that, see like what I said during that, everything.
I don't know yet.
After that
Maya is
happened,
that guy's
his
ex.
behavior started getting a lot worse, which, I mean, I suppose it makes sense. You know, he was very stressed. A lot of stuff was happening, but the bad behavior was ramping up, and I feel like it's so apparent. If like, you know, you go back and watch anything from that time, I tried so hard to help him and be there for him because I really believed in him, and I wanted him to, you know, get better and get back on his feet and be the person that, you know, I always believed that he was. But that unfortunately did not really happen. For a long time, I think about a year and a half from when that all happened, it was kind of like slow things getting worse. But I mean, honestly, I'm not even gonna bother going into the details of all of that because there's just too much to cover, and it's honestly kind of not really relevant to the rest of what I'm saying because the rest of what I want to say is a lot worse. There was a point where things really took a turn for the worst. Like, it felt like, you know, like a very delicate branch just kind of snapped.
You're watching it on the preview?
So,
why don't you watch it on the actual screen?
And again, a lot of people are like vaguely aware of this, but I'll explain it for people who aren't, you know, chronically tapped into all that stuff. So for a long time after the like cover-up allegations happened and he was like starting to kind of struggle on his stream, he never wanted to stream at the same time as me. Like, we really avoided it. And to me at the time it made sense because, you know, I was like, well, of course, like, you know, we share a lot of community members. If we're live at separate times, we're both going to perform better. You know, it makes sense. But yeah, we were never really live doing the same thing at the same time for a long time, with the exception of like things like events or sponsors or like, you know, just special things. For a very long time. And a lot of you guys probably noticed that I would only usually stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. That was because of him. And now I stream whenever I want. But the first time that we ever streamed at the same time was for the 2024 Rust Kingdoms event on Twitch. We were sharing drops, so it was the first time in a very long time that we were both going to be live at the same time doing the same thing, basically. I know you're probably like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? But it'll make sense in a bit. So I'm live, he's live, we're both streaming, and like I said, you can go find all of this. This is public, there are clips of this. We're both streaming the Rust event, and I thought it was going really well. I thought everyone was having fun. I was like, oh, this is great. Everyone's, you know, doing the same thing at the same time. We're all hanging out. You know, we're gonna have fun. Like, I was really, really excited. And then I start seeing in my chat people start saying unofficial Miz raid, and I'm like, what does that mean? And then I check my Discord messages, and he's messaging me. He's saying like, Emmy, you know, I'm gonna kill myself. I waited, or I'm gonna KMS. I waited so long for this, etc. Basically, he was upset because I had higher viewership than him. That's literally it. I had higher viewership than him. And like I said, this is during an event, so there were drops. Like, everyone knows when there's drops, like, it's not even fucking real, but yeah. He starts messaging me, he's really upset. I tried to tell him, I was like, bro, you should come back and play. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's like wondering where you are. But yeah, he ended the stream. And then I'm still live, you know, trying to act like nothing's wrong. And in that house, I had a glass door, so I could like see this was happening. He was walking behind me, making sure that I knew he was there. And by the way, so there were many ways out of that house if he wanted to leave the house that were closer to his stream room. He intentionally chose the door that was right by my room. I feel like that's pretty apparent, at least to me. He starts walking behind my stream and slamming the door so loud that my noise gate can pick it up, so even people on my stream are able to hear this is happening. And he slams it so hard and so many times that the front door literally broke. The lock did not work anymore. It didn't work for months, and it would just make this horrible sound that I would have to hear like every fucking day. But
how can you be that mad about viewership? That is insane. He might, I don't know, like maybe he feels like because he put her on, she's like outshining the master or some shit. But I thought they're like in it together, you know? Like they were in the same org. Like her success is his success to some extent too, no? Like how can he be this mad about it? This is insane. Why did she move in there? Because, well, MIZIF put her on at the very beginning. Like she was not very known. MIZIF was already popular, and then they start collabing and stuff, and she joined the org because, you know, it's good for her, and they were friends. Just controlling, yeah. Long for him, she's about to take them all. He's insecure. Yeah, that's insane, bro. Even then, he should be proud of her for it, if anything. Yeah, definitely. But it's like you can see why he would be, upset. But it's like this is some crazy level upset. What's good, Power? OTK was popular? Yeah, OTK was very popular back then. Now it's like not so much anymore. It's common for guy streamers to put their girlfriends on. It just comes with the territory. Yeah, but it's like, bro, like, I don't know, just sign a contract with something, you know? Like give, I don't know, 1% of her revenues. Then, you know, then you should be happy that she's successful, right? And she is signed to his org. So whatever, there's more than enough. Yeah.
Anyway, so I hear him back there doing this, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I tell my stream, I'm like, hey, guys, I'll be right back. I get up and I go talk to him, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, Emmy, like,
dude, if
Allegra
Allegra starts streaming, she would definitely get more viewers than me.
What? That's not true.
It's just the fact that you're a girl, you're gonna get more viewers than me.
What?
Yeah. So it's like I don't care. Like this is normal.
This is my stream.
Yeah, this is Allegra's stream.
Like I'm just.
This is already Allegra's stream. she can control this. 1% of rev, 5%, but she'd be capped. She already as famous. No, EMIRU was not nowhere as famous as MIZIF back in the days, right? And she only got famous because they were collabing and making good content. Yes, Allegra will get more subs. Yes, okay, chat. You can stop talking. You can stop mentioning it. We know.
It's okay.
Everybody knows. Okay.
Like I'm just done, and I was like, this is like really happening because of Rush drops, and he was like, I don't know what else to do. He was like going off on me, like basically saying that he hated me. And I was like, well, I don't know what to do now. And he was like, go finish your stream so that people don't know anything's wrong. And I stop in the bathroom outside my stream room, and I'm like, you know, checking my makeup, trying to make sure people can't tell that I was like crying. And I'm only in there for like 30 seconds, and he comes and like looms in the doorway. He's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm just checking my makeup. So I go back and I stream for a couple hours to finish the stream. Do my best to just like, you know, carry
it's
on.
Like at this point, bro, MIZIF is like multi-millionaire. Like how can you have this type of, like how can you not be just chilling, bro? Like what? This is insane type of ego, gaslighting the fans.
The show basically.
Okay, bro.
And yeah, after that, like I said, was when things started to get really fucking bad. It was like something just snapped. For the rest of the week, he streamed the Rust event. He got all the drop viewers. I'm sure he was very happy. I mean, good for him. And during that time, I obviously was like thinking and processing a lot of what happened. But I mean, it was a lot because this person was at the time like kind of it was like my partner and my best friend and like the only person that like I really.
I think for him, it's like
ever.
He just needed to be also seen as better than his own friends. You know what I mean?
Or like at least off stream. So I mean, it was
Is she
very,
in the house
it was
right
a lot.
now?
No.
But the very next stream, I went live about a week after that, and I announced that I was planning to move because I knew that I would have to move. So I was like, okay, I have to go live to say this so that, you know, kind of force myself to commit to it. All right, does that make sense? Obviously, I didn't move out right away, but after like all of that Rust stuff happened was when the other domestic abuse stuff really started. he would destroy furniture in front of me. He would throw things in front of me and near me. Destroy walls. Again, you can go see this in some of his VODs in his bedroom, the holes in the wall. There would be times where he was upset at me, and I would go to my stream room and literally lock myself in to get away from him, and he would be banging on the door and screaming at me. And at the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour, and like one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die, like threatening to kill both of us. And
So
this
were they
wasn't like
dating
even
at this
necessarily
time?
because of me or like because of something I did a lot of the time. Like one of the times that it happened, it was because we were just
Mazza.
getting food, and he was on his phone and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video, and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer, and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, you know, like, huh, yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it. And then at home, other things would happen, like I'd be trying to sleep and he would scream at me and say that it was all my fault that he felt insecure. There was a time that I walked into a room that he was in, and as soon as he saw me there, he threw his phone at the dresser and started yelling because I had posted a YouTube video within the same couple of days as him, and mine was doing better. So basically, I felt like I was kind of stuck in a loop where I felt like I had to constantly perform and like prove my value to not be thrown away. But at the same time, if I ever performed too well, I was gonna be punished for it. And it just felt like a very rough situation to be stuck in because, I mean, streaming's my hobby and my job. Like, it's a huge part of my life, even before, you know, I met him and became like a larger creator. And I remember thinking all the time how it felt like he hated me, but he still wanted me around for his channel and like his thumbnails and everything. And this is still before I moved out. There was a time where it was the tension in the house was so unbearable that I would sneak out and I would sneak into Esfan's house using my code. And Esfan didn't know why I was doing this. He saw me a couple times. And I'd be like, oh, I'm just gonna go take a nap in your guest room. He'd be like, yeah, that's fine. I would sneak into Esfan's house just to have some time of like peace and quiet. But eventually he figured out where I was going and he would go over to Esfan's house to keep telling me off. And there was a time that he did it.
Yes, they were dating during
And
this?
I was laying in the guest room bed.
Holy.
And one of the roommates in that house had come to see like why I was crying, and they were standing in the corner. And he came in, and he was very physically aggressive. He was like, "Emmy, like, what are you doing?" Like, angry. And then as soon as he turned and saw this other person standing there, he instantly like deflated and changed his tone. He was like, "Oh, Emmy, I was wondering where you were. Like, are you coming home?" And that roommate like later asked me about it, and they were like, "What the fuck was that? Like, are you okay?" And I was just like, "Oh, it's nothing," because I felt like a lot of the reason that I didn't tell the people around me was because I felt like no one would understand, or even if they understood, it would just be a burden to them because all of our streams and social circles and communities are so intertwined. I was like, maybe it's just better for me to deal with this and like hope things get better, basically.
What would you
I
do in
honestly
this
don't even
situation?
remember what the final straw was that I finally was like, okay, it's time to go. Like, I repaired the house that I lived in before this one, like pretty much immediately after the like breaking the front door thing happened, but I was still like scared and unsure. So I don't remember what the final straw was, but I remember the day I took Cheddar to the house, because he just randomly started like screaming at Cheddar and was like, "Get that fucking cat out of my house." So I just grabbed Cheddar and put him in my car and grabbed his litter box and took him there, and I just left him
Yeah,
there
this is her
and never took
side.
him back to that house. And then I think like within several days
Bro,
after that was when
we're gonna
I
hear
finally
both
moved
sides,
out.
bro.
It was on very short notice. Like I said, I don't even remember what the final straw was because so many
But
things
this is
happened,
pretty
but
bad.
there was a time when I just knew. I called some movers, I said, "Hey, can you come tomorrow?" And they were like, "Yeah," and then I literally moved the next day. Moving out into the last house that I lived in was a huge step mentally because, like I said, a big part of why I moved into the first house in Texas in the first place was because I felt like it was the safest option for me because, you know, I am a girl where it's like kind of scary for me to be living alone. So it was very hard, and at the time, even though like all these other things had already happened, I was very hopeful that me and him could be cordial and like eventually like things would be fine, at least publicly, like for stream reasons, that, you know, everyone could just keep streaming like nothing had happened. And, you know, at the time I thought that would be the best thing to do, and I felt like if I, you know, separated myself from him without explaining anything, people that watched us wouldn't understand and would attack me. I was yeah, I mean, it ended up happening anyway, so, but Yeah. After I moved out, we, like I said, still kept in contact. I had hope that somehow things would get better. He would always beg for me to come back, and he would promise therapy and change, and like even
That's a good
talk to
call.
other people and like kind of present like, oh, I want to change, I want to be better for Emmy or whatever, you know. There was a short period in October where we had broken up because, I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter now. And when that happened, I honestly felt relieved because I was like, okay, finally, it's like on his terms, so that means he'll be satisfied and he'll be able to say it was his choice, and he'll leave me alone. Because whenever I would try to push for it, it just
Wait, he said
felt
he's
like
gonna
be
break
able
up?
to say it was his choice. When that happened, I had a period in October where we had broken up because, I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter now.
So they were dating.
And when that happened, I honestly felt relieved because I was like, okay, finally, it's like on his terms, so that means he'll be satisfied and he'll be able to say it was his choice, and he'll leave me alone. Because whenever I would try to push for it, it just felt like I couldn't like really sever it, if that makes sense.
It's not just with big streamers struggle. This
but, I mean,
happens
obviously,
with anybody,
that's-
man.
He told me the stream, that was not the end of it.
It almost happened to me.
A week after this breakup, he asked to come over to my house and talk from closure. He came to my house, and I was crying like crazy because the emotions were just very high because I was dealing with a lot of major shifts in my life as a result of me attempting to start to try to distance myself from him. So yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to
was
comfort
not
me
the abuser,
by hugging
bro.
me
Shut up.
while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But I let him hold me while I was crying. And he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then, suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And I screamed. Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, like. And instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go. And he immediately left my house while I was still crying without checking if I was okay or anything. And at the time, I was still making excuses for him, and I was still afraid of causing trouble for other streamers around us, or like, you know, making things weird for viewers. I know that probably sounds crazy, but like I just felt this pressure, like I had to try to keep things together, if that makes sense. I felt like I'd cause trouble for so many other people if I ever said anything bad about him, or if I caused rifts in our friend group or streamer group. I tried to stay on good terms with him and hold everything in, and also I still cared about him a lot, and I still at that point had hope that things would get better, and that, you know, he would improve. And he'd also always hammer into me how he never physically abused me because he never hit me, and he would coach me and tell me to tell people or other streamers who were asking about it because they were concerned. He would say,
Allegra bored as shit.
No, I'm
say,
doing
tell
belly
them
work.
that I never hit you. Make sure that they know that I never hit you.
I'm listening.
Around the same time, this was during OnlyFans 2, so I guess like December-ish. He would often message me in the middle of my streams and berate me for things like playing the same class as him in WoW because he thought it would make people think that I was better than him. And again, like I said earlier, I felt like I was stuck in a constant loop where I had to perform well to not be thrown away, but if I performed too well, I was gonna be punished. And I actually wanted to show some of those messages because obviously a lot of these things, yeah, I'm not gonna fully read these out.
I use her bed.
because
No, you
I
don't.
honestly just don't want to read them out,
Stop
but I feel like I
lying.
want to show them to like
They
kind
do,
of
because they said they know ball.
show what I'm saying.
That's very specific.
Everybody says that. Oh, here are the receipts. Holy shit.
And I am planning to probably post the VOD of this somewhere, so if, you know,
What is this moving
you wanna read this
ADC
later,
background?
that's fine.
Moving
I guess.
away?
her like desktop.
And again, this was all happening while I was live.
Oh,
You can literally
yeah,
go find the
it's a moving
stream and
background.
see me trying to deal with this
I have it on 2x.
while I'm live in the middle of a dungeon, trying to just play the fucking game.
Oh, she's putting them all side by side.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I think I... Tank Emmy, do it. Let me handle all the hate, the criticism. That you're worse than Emmys. The Emmy is so much better.
Yeah,
the people
Nick,
saying you're better in every chat. The comparison
holy.
says nobody will ever be on my side. Let me deal with it. You have fun. I asked you not to become a tank. You didn't listen. And now it's the classic. What was I supposed to do? I'm not dealing with this. And like I said, you can go find the stream. But for context, I was playing Warrior in World of Warcraft in like a level 24 dungeon. It was like Silverpine. Like it was just like it wasn't even like it was like dog shit gameplay. I'm gonna be honest. Like so yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on,
And,
hold on. What the fuck? I'm
read
reading.
that later, I suppose. If yeah.
How can I not tank a dungeons because you're a tank? What the fuck? Enemy is better. Enemy this. I can't have anything. You just take. I don't understand what you want me to do. Not tank, just that simple. What does that mean? You already played Warrior when I told you we're going to get compared. Now I'm going to get compared nonsense because now people are just going to say you're better. Because I told you this when you first wanted, when you told me you want to play Warrior and it's already happening. And you just don't care about this stuff. There's no boundaries with you. Don't dude me. I asked for one thing. Don't be a tank. And now you're tanking. What can I do? Don't tank.
Yeah, you can read that later, I suppose.
I feel like this guy, to his credit, he must have been like extremely fucked up because of the previous cancellation. But yeah, this is definitely like you can't expect EMIRU to like handle this. What the fuck is that, Ryan? Yo, Ryan, thank you for the 24. What the fuck? You're live, Ryan?
Yeah, like I said before.
You stream? Is this the
I was
Ryan
constantly
I
trying
know?
so hard to compromise with him because I wanted to be
What's
cool.
good,
I wanted us
Ryan,
to be able
bro?
to
Ryan is taller than you. Alright, bro. He told you guys to say that shit? Ryan is definitely, yeah, he's definitely taller than me, bro. Definitely taller. What's good, Ryan? We're watching some breaking news right now. Welcome, Ryan's chat. My name is Pan. This is Allegra. We're doing a late night stream reviewing this some major drama right now. What is this title? It is exactly what it is, Eddie. EMIRU is coming out with a story where MIZIF, you know, basically abused her and blackmailed her and all this crazy shit. And she came with receipts, man. It's not looking good for MIZIF. It's not looking good, bro. Ryan. That is
exist in
Allegra.
the same streaming sphere, but I felt like I could
Hope
never
you had a
let
good
him
stream,
be in my
bro.
whole existence. Like ever since that one stream where I had like a little bit more viewers than him, and he would say that it was my fault that his stream was dying because most of his viewers liked me, and whenever he hit on another girl, they would be confused or not take it seriously because they knew that me and him were together privately. And he said if he would be able to hit on other girls and convince them that it was real, he would get his career back. That was like started within the last couple of weeks that we spoke to each other.
Yes, sir.
He started saying terrible things to me about other streamers in Austin. In particular, one specific streamer who I know there's a lot of people that know he has beef with certain streamers. It was not one of those streamers. It was someone who to this day has been nothing but nice to him. He would say horrible things about this person, like about them in their stream, and it was very hard to listen to. And just in general, he would say horrible things about other streamers in Austin, like, I quote, "I hate everyone here. You are all useless to me. You're worthless to me because it does nothing for my stream anymore to collab with any of you." And him saying that was the final straw for me. The day that he said that to other people was the first day that I ever, for the first time, started to ignore his calls and messages. And because of that, he even threatened to come to my house if I didn't answer. But I did end up calling him back, and I spoke to him, and I basically told him that I felt like I could finally see things for what they were. And he started panicking, and he was super apologetic, and he was saying he didn't want to lose me, which wasn't the first time that he like did something like that and was like, you know, basically begging me not to leave. But that was definitely the most extreme time. And again, like I said, I always had the hope that things would be cordial, or that, you know, we could be fine with each other, so I agreed, and we agreed we were going to talk about all of that. We talked about it about a week later, and instead of apologizing for anything, he basically told me that he realized he needed to go to Japan and LA to get his viewership back up, and he was basically too young to focus on friendships and relationships. And it was I mean, despite everything, like I said, I still cared about him, so it was still hard. And I mean, it was like a mix of feelings, you know, like I was devastated, but I was also so relieved. But because of the past incidents during like other fights,
Yeah, I'll
and,
explain
times I
after,
was trying to
but
separate
you
myself
just
from
gotta
him,
listen to her.
past incidents,
She's
during
explaining
those
right
times with
now.
him manipulating me into staying close with him and giving him more chances, sexually assaulting me, the abuse, and just him generally not being a very nice person.
Damn, she
After
straight
that,
up said it. Sexually assaulting and manipulating.
That the only solution away for me to move forward. I made the hard decision, but I know now for sure the right one was to finally completely cut contact with him. I knew it'd be very hard because our careers and our communities were so intertwined, but I knew that I had to do it and that there was no other choice. So I have not spoken to him since January of this year. It's been 10 months. But if you think that's the end, it is unfortunately not. I haven't spoken to him since January this year. It only took a couple of weeks, but soon the messages started. He has attempted to contact me over 40 times individually this year in individual texts, Discord messages, Instagram DMs, and phone calls. And I'm just gonna show those.
Oh, more receipts. More receipts.
And at first it started simple, be confusing messages, or like him expressing he was worried about things.
I felt like this guy was like on top for a minute, and when he was on top, he was able to just, you know, blackball whoever he wanted and prevent people from control people. But then he got like canceled really, really hard through that scandal, and he kind of just he lost that pull. But he was still trying to do that controlling shit. Why didn't she just block him? Not to point the blame, bro. It's not that simple. Like you have to imagine like they've been in a relationship for like what, like 2 years now, or at least 1 year. They live in the house together, right? And then she just moved out. All of her friends know each other, right? And the money they make is intertwined with each other. It's not that simple, you know. And I think at this point they cut off contact for a long time, but then he messages back and says,
like first it wasn't anything weird.
Hey, just to make sure you don't have recordings of me, right? I'm getting harassed that you do, and I'm assuming it's wrong. Do you know why I'm removed from everything? Why I'm kicked from OTK? Nobody's answering my calls. I don't want to bother you, but I'm panicking. I don't understand what's happening. Can we please communicate so I don't feel isolated and hated by my own org? I just want to be okay with each other. Oh, damn. Oh, my God. This situation is so similar to what happened to me. This is actually insane. It's like, yo, when you try so hard to like gaslight and do these like bad, like negative tactics to get rid of someone or block someone from a friend group, like people are not dumb. You know, other friends will realize that you're trying to do some fuck shit. And these other people, they never did anything wrong to them. So it's like, you can only gaslight to a certain extent, right? And then at some point, all the other friends are going to consolidate together, and then they're just gonna stop talking to you. Because if you're always trying to tell people, don't talk to this person, don't talk to this person, you should hate this person because of XYZ, then this type of person, you don't really want to interact with them, you know, after a certain point. And so everybody just stopped talking to him. Everybody just stopped talking to him. Damn. Power reveals person's true face. Yeah. This happened to me, bro. I was EMIRU. Can we please communicate so I don't feel isolated? I hate my own. I came home, feel terrible. It feels so I can. Dude, this is the same tactic. And then the person will farm sympathy. Like they will try to say, "Oh, I feel so alone now. I need help. Like, please, I feel bad because of this." But it's a trick. You know, it's like it's a trap.
This is not someone who loves or cares about you.
We're both also in the same that we're just not talking to each other at all and have zero communication when I come back. I just want to talk in terms of business, also just overall collaboration. So I think we should have a conversation. If you can call me sometime this week. If you can't communicate, we're not going to continue to talk. This is only going to get weirder and weirder. Can you please answer my phone? Holy shit. Not a day has gone by in the last 4 months where your final words to me, "Don't go," haven't echoed in my heart. I walked out your door thinking I knew what I wanted, but I was wrong. Damn.
And keep in mind, this is only things that he sent to me. I can't document all the things that people told me that he was saying. And just kind of a side note, I guess.
Huge streamer.
I would like to highlight this message because it doesn't really matter, but
Okay, no. Yo, she pulled up the AI GPT analyzer.
What? Wait, I should do that.
58%
Mine's
AI.
gonna be 100.
This is okay. I don't know if this is like,
How does it know that?
bro. This is not like 100% accurate.
I ran it through a ChatGPT checker and all the highlights. Like I said, doesn't really matter. I just thought it was interesting. But yeah.
Why?
Like I said at first,
Because she's.
the messages were just simple things.
He's
like,
desperate.
Him saying he was worried about things or saying no one was talking to him, which I don't think was even true at the time. I think he was just saying that to try to guilt me into responding to him. I'm not sure about that, of course. This also extended to in-person interactions. because initially I made the mistake of thinking that I only had to cut him off through private communication, and we would be fine going to the same events and parties and such. I also had to start. Hold on, still fucking sick. I made the mistake of thinking that I only had to cut him off through personal private communication, but I also had to start avoiding going to the same parties or places I was worried he'd be in person. Because this was after he came back from his first trip to Japan. There was a party that I attended several months after I first went into contact with him. I was aware that he would be there, and I thought it would be fine. I thought it wouldn't be a big deal. I thought I'll just let him have his space. I'll have my space. It's not a big deal. We're adults, right? During this party, I felt like he was following me around and monitoring me, but I thought that I was just being paranoid. I was like, it's probably just in your head. I was hanging out with Nick and Kachi and a couple other friends. And at some point, Nick was like, it's too fucking loud down here. Let's go upstairs. No one's upstairs. Let's just go, chill in a room and like talk where it's not so loud. And I was like, okay. So they, as a group, went upstairs first without me, but it took me a bit longer to get up there because someone like stopped me and was talking to me. And I did feel like he was like standing pretty close to that person. I felt like he was watching me, but again, I thought I was just being paranoid. But I went upstairs. I was hanging out with Nick and Kachi and our other friends. And then about 30 minutes later, the room that we're in, the door opens. It's Miz. He opens the door, makes eye contact with me, goes, "Ooh," and then closes the door and leaves. And I was like, what the fuck? But again, I was still trying my best to, give the benefit of the doubt, like, maybe it's just like an awkward situation or something. But a couple months later, the person that he was hanging out with that night reached out to me privately and was apologizing. And I was like, why? And they're like, I just felt like I had to apologize to you because I felt so bad and so embarrassed of what was going on. Like, yes, he wanted to see what you were doing. He was saying, like, I want to go see what's upstairs, and he was checking every room. And then after he opened the room that you were in with Nick, he closed the door and started laughing, and then he just wanted to talk about, how you guys broke up for the next, like, however many hours of the night. So I was like, wow, okay, that's good to know, I guess. The next story that I want to tell involves what happened to me, Valkyrie, and Senna earlier this year when we were attacked at the Santa Monica Pier. Because that was obviously... Hold on, let me close all these fucking texts. I don't want to look at them. They're still on my desktop. Obviously, it's big news. People are going to talk about it. It should be talked about. We had, like, no issues with anyone talking about it and covering it. And that
Have you seen this?
I was fine with that. He joined in on that whole thing of people going to talk about it. And again, I'd like to remind people at this point, we were already a couple months into me being no contact with him, making it clear I didn't want anything to do with him. And so during the stream, he was covering what happened to me, Ray, and Senna.
Holy shit. One of the reasons Byron killed himself was because he was jealous of me. That's crazy statement. Chat, if y'all don't know Byron, this guy's a OG streamer, like Rekful. And he was like one of the biggest streamers on the platform, and he killed himself at some point. And he apparently this guy said this.
The same guy?
Yeah. I wanted to ask you out to lunch for a serious talk. I had known about your terrible treatment to others and wanted to know if you felt any remorse or could essentially be changed. But you went live anyways without my consent. Wait, what? Okay. I end up letting you down there too, but after a stream I offered some time for a talk to which you agree. Miz came over to my place and we talked for around 3 hours, going in circles about his mistreatments in the scene. I do my best to incite the possible path of reflection, but ultimately to no avail. The man was convinced he had done nothing wrong and everyone was out to get him. I gave you a chance to come clean about anything, just to see if there was any humanity left in you, and you fucked it up so hard. The one statement that broke all hope for you, not realizing I had become close to Byron. Now once during the time I talked to him, every single day leading up to the tragedy, had he ever mentioned your name. Once I angrily confronted you about that, and you showed your proof of our friendship. You quickly tried to change the subject after saying, well, he was. I've been holding on to this shit statement for some time now, waiting for the right time when you Emmy decided to come out for everything. Damn. Now once in a time, I talk to her every single day leading up to mention your name. Holy.
He decided that he was going to...
The sad thing is after some time, everything is forgotten. that it'd carry on as if nothing happened.
Tell more of my personal
I mean, this is gonna be hard, bro.
stories that I've never personally talked about or shared publicly myself.
I'm not
And one of
gonna
these
lie,
stories was
'cause
one that like
everyone is corroborating.
no one knew at all, and like
Unless you're saying everyone somehow got fooled by EMIRU to do this narrative, which very much seems like unlikely.
it just felt so shitty because at the time that those things happened, like, you know, all the people that lived in that area
Allegra's
all came together
working
and we all
right
kind of decided, and this was heavily pushed by
You doing
him.
belly?
We should never talk about this
Finished.
because, you know, people
What'd
are
you
weird.
do?
It puts
I sent them an ice cream one.
Take pictures.
Yeah.
Emmy in more danger, and, you know, gives
It's
people
almost-
ideas,
it's almost
so we're going to
over.
talk about it.
It's almost
But, you know, of
over.
course, as soon as there's
We've got,
something
like,
drama that he's not
10
involved in,
10 more
and he
minutes.
finds a way to, you know, bring up, oh, I was there for something that happened to Emmy, he does it. He was on a stream talking about these personal stories of mine, and I caught wind of it. And
Forced
by the way,
to watch the drama.
it was also so frustrating not saying anything at this time because the way he told those stories, he kind of framed himself as like the hero. He was like, oh, I held the stalker at gunpoint. No. The only person who ever came into contact face to face with that stalker before the police came was Bonnie. Bonnie is the person who found that guy outside, went inside, told everyone, called the police. The police came. All Miz did was he stood far away from the front door, behind glass and metal, with a gun. Yeah, I mean, I understand, still very scary, but why are you acting like you, like, if anyone deserves credit for that, it's Bonnie. Like, it's literally stolen valor. I'm so glad I finally get to say that because she is the one who, like, kept everyone in those two houses safe, not him. Anyway, back to the original thing, the rains and stuff.
Yeah, Trainer X has always been saying
So,
that.
I was obviously panicking. Like, I just had this horrible thing happen to me the night before. It was like huge, like public, millions of people seeing it. And then my crazy ex-boyfriend is going live talking about more of my personal stuff. And I'm like crying, and Sin and Ray are like, what's wrong? And I tell them, and I'm like panicking. I'm like, I need to call so-and-so, I need to call so-and-so, I need to call so-and-so. Like these different people that I was like, they can contact him because I did not want to contact him. So, Ray, Sinna, some of me and Miz's mutual business partners, and Asmongold were all messaging him to stop. And by the way, Asmongold told me that he tried to call Miz while he was talking, and it rang 3 times and then hung up. Which means that he saw it, and he just wanted to be able to keep talking because, yeah, anyway, just a little note. I don't know exactly what, like, the other people said to him, but Ray and Sinna told me that they were messaging him being like, bro, like, stop, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? And he was messaging them, who were also equally as traumatized as me, of course. They had gone through the same thing. Oh, what am I doing wrong? I'm letting people know what, you know, girls go through. Was that your job? Well, anyway, yeah, that all happened a couple of months into me being in contact with him. And yeah, he was arguing with Ray and Sinna while they're trying to be like, bro, like, stop, like, you're making it worse. He finished talking.
Allegra, what are your thoughts?
Sorry,
Thoughts on the situation,
Sorry, what's
Allegra?
going on? Just kidding. I don't know. I don't know enough to really say anything.
Great opinion.
My stuff and then reacted to Sin and Ray's whole stream where they were crying, addressing their communities. Made sure to react to that and then immediately went offline. So yeah, that was a terrible weekend. I got threatened to be stabbed, and then the next day, my weird ex was going live trying to self-insert so that he could make sure to farm some clips. After that incident, his attempts to talk to me only ramped up, which I showed those texts. We went back to Japan, and during that trip, he was texting and calling me, trying to call me quite a lot, begging me to take him back. And at the same time, I heard that he was reaching out to quite a few other streamers who know both of us. And he was crying to them about how he wanted to get back together and how he thought someday we would reconnect. And
Ricky, you low-key remind me of my uncle. Explain. Elaborate. What do you mean by that?
Is that a joke?
Ricky. Yo, Ricky, I saw, Ricky was the guy, I saw the TikTok of for that game we played the other day.
Oh.
Yesterday. Yeah, what's it called? Wavelength.
I don't know, Ricky.
Got inspired by his TikTok to do my newest one. Allegra is too employed to understand the weight of this Twitch space. Yeah, you don't understand how important this situation is. This is like, imagine if like Chodangol, right? Your favorite restaurant.
Yeah.
Your favorite restaurant in New York that you go every day.
Yeah.
Chodangol.
We didn't go today though.
Chodangol, there was a murder at Chodangol.
Mm-hmm.
And the murder turns out to be the person who runs Chodangol.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh shit, how is that possible? Why would someone kill someone in their own restaurant? So you know, it's like, that's the weight of the situation right now. Just so you understand.
Hey,
Pan
this
is
is
the
a
name
TikTok.
of. Oh, is this a TikTok? I was trying to find it, but.
You know what I feel like? I feel like I'm actually
that's
hanging out with my
classic
uncle.
Allegra.
I know.
Like my mom's brother.
Why are you?
That video has so many views, bro. I was just being honest.
What are you trying
You know
to
what
say,
I
Ricky?
feel like?
Are
I
you
feel
trying to
like-
say you're her in the situation and I'm this guy?
I'm actually hanging out with my uncle, like my mom's brother.
Ricky, bro, pull up to New York, man. We're all waiting on you. Hey, Ricky, we might do a cabin trip in December, and
is
we
Ricky?
were considering inviting friends to do a stream. Like a bunch of people, streamers and shit. So maybe. Who is Ricky? He does like shorts. Yeah.
What kind of shorts?
Alright, Ricky, I'm gonna show Allegra your content, okay? Ricky Bound. So he does like, I don't know. It's supposed to be ironic. And he does like this.
Ayo Alan.
Yeah.
Ayo Alan, so funny.
You're depressed as fuck. You're not drinking. You're not smoking. You're not getting. Yo, Rallo Gomez 98, thank you for the prom, my boy. Appreciate you.
When I'm with you, I don't wanna be with.
Thoughts?
Never seen.
Thoughts?
So long.
Why not?
I don't know. It's
Food. This one would be on your food.
Pastry time! I used to get these with my ex.
Wait, who? Yuki?
No.
Wait, how many exes do you have?
Ricky, what happened with you and Yuki, bro? Tell the world. We need to know. Miz driving 150 mph saying we're both gonna die. He's gonna go for prison for that? No, that's negligence.
negligence.
Thank you. Negligence for some type of murder or something. No, that's not gonna, because there's no evidence, right? That's just hearsay. Like, she can't prove that he was doing that and he said that in the car. And you know, it's just like, it's just some shit, bro. We don't talk about you. Bro, he's literally talking about it in his recent video. So I don't know how he doing that, but Max, get me the cameraman. Oh, that's Max. What's good, Max? Hey, it was good meeting you at TwitchCon, man. This guy's another streamer. Max Zhang. Yeah. I'm asking another cameraman right now. What do you need the cameraman for? Are you streaming? Yes, sir, bro. Pull up New York. But yeah, we're reviewing this huge drama happening right now. EMIRU is coming out with a lot of shit about Miz. It's almost done. I'm 6 brand deals behind this month. Get to work, my boy. Get to work. He's making a video. Oh, I see.
And eventually get married. I think.
Bro, how
I don't
much
think
is
he even
Steak
meant that,
paying
but
you,
I
man?
hope not, but I assume he did that with the hope that they would relay the messages back to me since I wasn't talking to him. And I mean, someone did. I also had a couple other streamers report to me that he would obsessively watch my stream, and not in a like, oh, I wonder what Emmy's doing right now, way, or like having my stream
Oh,
open.
your water.
Like, he would be obsessively and attentively hate watching my stream, like watching my stream and just saying horrible things almost every time that I've been live this year.
You can have your water.
And they tell me that he would want to discuss how he believed I still wanted him.
Is the big
interesting,
brother
considering I never replied.
Yes,
And he would
right
ask
here,
other
full.
guys if they thought I had slept with anyone this year. They'd be like, I don't fucking know, man. And then they told me he would say stuff like, no.
You're
There's no
not
way she's
getting
done
a
that. She's not like
refill.
that. And
That's
she's
my
probably
water.
waiting for me.
Oh my god.
Just really fucking gross stuff like that.
Where are you
and
going?
a couple of streamers in LA also told me.
Just use this one. Bro, just drink from this cup.
This is more portable though.
Why do you need it to be portable?
I don't need it to be portable.
Are you on a hike or some shit? Like, just drink from the cup. Security thing, Jack. Yeah, TwitchCon, bro. I was there, man. That shit was... The EMIRU shit was wild. MIZIF downfall, bro. I dapped him up at TwitchCon too, man. I washed my hands.
That he was telling people that me and him still talk all the time, but we simply weren't together anymore because I was too mature and I was not ready. I was too mature. But yeah, you can see from the messages I showed. I'm not sure if people can go back and read them. He was begging me to take him back for the majority of this year, which was 7 or 8 months total. And like I said, some of the messages were even, I believe, ChatGPT. Not that it really matters. It's just interesting, right? As of today, it's been about 2 months since.
Her?
He.
Did someone say that? No.
Just went live.
Wait, he just went live.
He's
no
live.
way. No way, 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 no way. Oh my god, this is getting juicy right now. There's no way he's live. No way! He's live! Oh my god.
Is this goodbye? No. It's not goodbye. Not at all. Yo. Yo. Explain yourself. I will. Promise you.
Perfect
We're not playing
timing,
Marvel
bro.
Rivals today.
Before we start, hold on, let's finish this real quick.
Since he has
We
attempted to
got 10
contact me
minutes.
directly,
About 5
because
minutes.
about 2 months ago when he started
Holy
getting
shit.
scared that I might have been
grab the popcorn.
Grab the
and I
fucking
was going
popcorn,
to do it,
bro.
and whenever I
It's
asked him, I was gonna lie to them.
Yo, actually.
I mentioned this at the beginning before I
Hold on.
started fully telling the story. I heard from my friends, other streamers, and my employees that he had cooked up a plot that if I ever tried to talk about him, about the abuse or anything else, he would try to go live and say that I killed my rabbits. And I was told that he approached several streamers who were around us a lot when we lived together and asked if they would basically back him up, and they refused. Obviously, they're not insane. And even something happened this weekend at TwitchCon. One of my employees told me he went up to them and he threatened them, saying, "If Emmy ever tries to talk about me, I will destroy her." Whatever that means. And within the same night, he also texted one of my best friends, and he would have known that I would have been with this girl. He texted her saying, "Hey, worried about her. Hope she's okay." You know, right after he just said to my employee and other people that he was gonna try to destroy my life. Yeah, all in the same night. And yeah, that was Saturday. So that pretty much leads us to today. I feel like it's clear I've spent the last year of my life cutting him off and building a new life with people that actually care about me.
He should
and
definitely
doing
get
my
more
best
than
to move on peacefully
30K.
without causing any drama. I did not want to do this. A lot of other creators actually told me that
Play
after
the Miz.
his other
Mr.
allegations.
going crazy?
Yo.
He's not saying shit.
No, because you're behind.
Yo.
Hey, new viewer here. Why is everyone?
What up, Walnuts?
This is a...
Obtuse. Yes. There's some people that are saying some pretty crazy things that I was seeing. I haven't even gone on Twitter. I saw other things. And I'm like, damn. But I've been around for 10 years now. A lot of you guys know. I am pretty far away from this stuff at this point. But I am totally okay with exposing a lot of things and saying things. At this point, I think it's pretty obvious. I will not be friends with any of these people after this. Ludwig was right. I am going to completely separate myself from these people in this community, which is fine, and I've already been doing it. But I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone, and I will be releasing it as time goes on, because why not? Go crazy. Who cares? Who fucking cares? But before that, I would like to address everything that was said today. Okay? Let's get some yos in chat first. Maybe some tryhards. It's perfectly fine. Go ahead.
This is crazy.
You're a disgusting piece of shit. Absolutely. Been that for years. It's pretty fucking par for the course. What are we going to pretend that I'm not a piece of shit? We've all known this. All right? Calm down. Is this anything new?
Like the messages of MIZIF sending to EMIRU about
why the fuck is Caroline Burton chat? That's probably
like wanting to get back together. It could be
but
that
I'm going
he's
to defend
like
myself on a
he
lot of
genuinely
things that
feels
were said
that way,
about
right?
me.
Like if that's what it was, then there's no problem. But it could also be him being manipulative. Like he doesn't actually care about her, but he's just trying to like get on her good side to like control certain other narratives. But like we don't know. Like we don't know what's true or not. But right now, I'm more inclined to believe EMIRU because holy shit, like EMIRU doesn't seem like it's, actually you don't know. I guess behind the scenes you don't know how like ruthless some of these people could be, you know. So we don't know who's the manipulator here.
ChatGPT, shut up. It's not, bro. Shut up. It's not through chat. You really think in a serious situation like this, I put ChatGPT and I'm writing something out because it's like, oh, like, bro, shut up. No. Yes, really. Really?
Emiru
No, it's
Chia,
Sora
is
AI. I
that
have an
confirmed?
entire video made. What is wrong with you, chap? What is wrong with you?
Is that confirmed? I don't know if that's.
I wish I could show you how much red is in this to show you that each other is spaced. It's so stupid. I'm not a good writer, bro. I'm not a good writer.
Emiru Def not capping. Okay,
So,
Ricky, bro.
okay.
Why are you glazing?
Let's
Emiru?
get
You
to
don't
this,
even know her.
shall we? No stalling.
I don't blame Shotty for cheating on this
I'm
creature.
taking out of sub-only mode. I don't really care. I know that there's a lot of people that want to speak, and they can. I have no problem with that. This is a very serious situation that I was told. I know a lot of other people are saying things about me as well on top of this, but this is the thing I want to talk about. So let's talk about it, shall we? And then we can go into it. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, ice cream.
I'm kidding.
This is April of 2021. Okay? I'm going to write everything down. Everyone just chill and let me hear this out. Okay? We met online when we were playing AT&T Annihilator Cup. This is me and Emmy. I was introduced to her through it, and my chat started to like us hanging out.
This is live.
I didn't have feelings for her or anything, but I thought we could start hanging out more and be friends. So we met through the Annihilator Cup. A lot of you guys know this.
The audio's good.
I was playing with her. My chat liked her a lot. She was fun to hang out with, so we started hanging out. We started to play games with each other on stream, and we started to grow closer together. We started calling each other, and we were flirting. We didn't do anything, but it was pretty obvious that Emiru had feelings for me as well as I had for her. But we couldn't really do anything because at the time, she was dating a girl named Bonnie, another cosplayer from another state.
She was dating
She
another
was dating
girl?
a girl named.
Me and Maya broke up.
What the
I broke up with her
fuck is
because
going
the
on?
relationship felt stagnant, and Maya's sanctuary started to take over a lot of her life, and we hardly had time to hang out with each other.
I'm so confused.
Since Maya moved out, I knew I wanted a streamer
Nobody
to
knew
move
about
into the
this, by the
house, preferably a girl to farm content with, but I didn't want it to happen so fast.
How
I
did you
didn't
come
know
up
if
with
I
this
wanted
statement
to
in 1
be
hour?
Emmy,
That's crazy.
but she told me about a
Yes,
stalker
chat.
that came to her house with a
ChatGPT.
bat, and she didn't live at her house anymore. I'm telling you everything, chat, okay? Come on. I'm telling you the whole story. Sit down and relax. All right?
Yeah.
Take a seat. I told her to come
If
move in with
Emiru-
me in Austin because she had a stalker, and we want to make content, and the guy will
What's
probably
smart
be
about this?
scared since there's a
She
bunch
should
of
know
people
that
around
he's about to
instead
say
of
all
her
this.
in her Kansas home by herself. From
Because
there,
he's
our
pushed into a
relationship
corner
started
right now.
growing very fast.
He has
Within
to
just
say
weeks of
everything.
moving in, she would sit in my room with me late at night, and I would watch Pokemon over and over again, Season 1. I loved it because she made me feel like it felt like my childhood and a place of calmness. She would fall asleep in my bed. With some nights, we would touch our backs or legs together. We knew we liked each other. We just knew it was a bad idea. Talks of her joining OTK happened fast as well, and I knew that if we were potentially going to date, we'd have to keep it a secret. Nobody was allowed to know. Streamers as well were already starting to resent me, saying that it was a shitty thing that I moved Emmy in so fast and replaced Maya so quickly. If people found out we were dating, I could be hated by my peers and lose what I created in OTK. I didn't know if we were going to date, and I knew if we were going to make it happen, it was going to be very stressful. But I had no idea what was going to come. It was the beginning of January of 2022. Emmy just had her huge party in an arcade celebrating her birthday on stream. Everyone from Austin was there, and as we were celebrating her joining OTK, there was a huge scare. Someone outside in the parking lot rammed into my Audi R8 and drove off. And while we were outside thinking it was a schizo viewer, we were told that the person who just hit my car was now inside holding a gun. This scared us to no end. Me and Connery's pants ran inside in fear to get everyone out and make sure everything is okay. My first concern was Emmy. I wanted her to be safe. The cops came, the drunk driver did have a gun, and was sentenced to 3 to 5 years in prison. Me and Emmy were terrified that night, and on the way home, I grabbed her hand, and she grabbed mine, and we knew we were trauma bonded, and we didn't want to let go.
Yeah, this sounds
We
like
would
a
wake up
lawyer
together,
written shit,
stream
bro.
together, and hang out with
Too
each other
official.
all night. She quickly became my best friend, and someone that I felt for the first time I was in love with. We hung out all day, every day. We were always so happy with each other. Playing games until the night, loving every moment we were with each other, it felt poor. Jack, relax. I remember one day I left my house. She called me just so we can be on the phone together, as we always did. And we were playing a song called Falling in Love with You with Elvis came on, and I felt that love, first time I felt love for a girl, and I thought I'd want it to never let it go. The first year of our relationship, we almost
He
had
needs to
no
put in
fights.
more natural
We
shades.
started to date officially in January of 2022, and up until my cancellation, everything was perfect.
It's not, but it just
She brushed
feels a
over
bit
that I threw water
too
bottles or my phone near her,
formal.
but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I will throw you and show you an example, chat.
He needs to put his chat in emote only.
Right here. Look at me.
You can't see him.
I would throw my phone on the bed.
Did he just throw his phone on the floor?
Yeah.
I would just lob it over because I was going to bed. So I would just throw the phone. That's it. And when that's the whole thing. I didn't throw it at her. I want to make that very clear. I never threw it at her. I never hit her. And she even said in her situation that she bruises easily. She brushed over that I threw water bottles with her on my phone near her, but that wasn't during our fights. It would be throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got bruises from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. That's it. I did feel a lot of stress over the time of our relationship up until this point from her stalkers.
Hearsay at this point.
From the ones that would show up at her old
Don't know
house,
who's
and also
right.
stalkers that just had from her TikTok postings. We found after being with each other that her stalkers had a lot from would come to her a lot from her short form content. These people were schizophrenic and would think that she is talking to them. Whether it was songs she played, the way she looked at the screen, or just the titles of the videos, these people started to feel she was talking to them and come to our house to stalk her. These people thought in their heads they were dating her. They were out of their mind and dangerous.
Yeah.
I told her if we're going to be serious about this relationship, I need her to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. She agreed and understood that it was a safety concern for not only me, but the house. Russell, Simply, Corey, or anyone that was in my house or anyone that was near us. She agreed that she wouldn't want to hurt anyone else and knew that posting these types of TikToks and posts can mess with us and is something I'm not comfortable with as a guy. So she would tell me that if I had a problem to let her know. And at first it was minor things here and there, but over time it got harder and harder to deal with. There were more stress on top of this. We both had to hide the relationship from everyone. If anyone found out or was known, I could get in a ton of trouble with OTK and cause a ton of problems. Would you guys stop spamming never sub, never donated? Okay, relax. I told her if we were going to be serious about this relationship, I need to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. And then there was more stress on top of this. We both had to hide the relationship from everyone. If anyone found out or was known, I can get in a ton of trouble with OTK and can cause a ton of problems in my life. So I lied to all of my old friends, S-Fan included, who lived just next door to me, and everyone in OTK. And that was very hard for me to do.
Stay strong, Miz. This will pass.
We had a doggy door between our rooms, just so we can hide it from
Yeah,
everyone
the way
else,
he's talking,
including my roommates.
sounds like he's trying to paint a
We would
narrative.
lock the
instead of being
doors to
genuine.
avoid our roommates finding out.
Not good.
As time went on, they found out, but to most of our friends in the Austin circle, they never officially knew. That stress alone would drive anyone mad, but our love for each other was strong, and we knew we could handle it.
Next page.
So, in September in 2022, a lot of you guys know, I was canceled by Trainwrecks and others, trying to claim I covered up sexual assault. It was proven wrong, but that destroyed my mental health. I felt like my brain cracked, and I was never the same since. I was suicidal, depressed, and I didn't know what to do with my own life. Every day felt like an absolute nightmare. I was losing OTK, my mental health, and all my friends. EMIRU was one of the only people that were there for me. She ditched sponsors to go with me to Japan.
Dry our lips.
She went with me anywhere I needed because she wanted me to be happy. And she knew sometimes I freaked out, I lashed out, but she loved me and she knew I was in a terrible mental place. It got so bad that stress and constant talking about the same things over and over and no sleep and depression that most of my hair started to fall out and EMIRU started to hurt herself while we were in Japan.
What? She tried to hurt herself.
As this time happened, I was a massive wreck. Couldn't think straight, and being that EMIRU hung out with me all day,
The pause is part of the
she too
telephone.
started to become high-strung. Ugh. We would yell at each other, fight, and argue all the time. Things we never once did. I felt this relationship was taking a huge strain. But I thought it could be fixed over time, since things were just so amazing that first year. But
Do you believe the cry?
But as we stayed around longer, I
Yeah,
started
cry doesn't
resenting
look
her
fake.
a lot more. You can take it out of emote-only mode.
You got
But as we
this
stayed around
missing
longer, I
beneath
started
you.
resenting her a
Said
lot
no
more. I don't want to talk about this.
I'm over here
EMIRU has a
stroking
lot
my
of
dick.
rabbits.
I got lotion
It was her
on my
calling
dick
when she
right
first
now.
moved
I'm
in.
just stroking my shit.
These
I'm
were a
horny
big
as
part
fuck,
of her
man.
life.
I am a freak
But
of
as those
mine.
rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks.
Wait, who's that?
I,
Like her?
along with many others who would
Oh.
come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no
Okay,
avail.
okay, I see.
She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would
You're the
clean them
fucking
just because they
GPS, bro. Are you
felt
serious
terrible.
right now?
And my brother once came over and said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you."
You should turn off TTS.
I didn't even know there was TTS going on.
This is
6,
crazy.
7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 7.
I mean, both the stories can be kind of true. Like,
One sec.
she might have been mistreating the rabbits, and he could have threatened her that he's gonna say it out loud if, you know, like, she probably didn't kill her rabbits, but maybe she was mistreating, and then he was gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna say you."
Here is a
killed
video
rabbits."
up
Oh my God,
close
you
of
fucking killed
EMIRU's
that.
rabbits.
Ew.
These are small little mites that are inside the rabbit cage, and she didn't care. She completely neglected these animals, and I'm not going to sit around and let people say that she didn't. People who came to my house knew that they were neglected. This is an up-close view of the rabbit cage being completely disgusting and neglected. She left them to die, and I'm not going to sit here and have her pretend she didn't. It's fucking disgusting.
Is that poop? Oh my gosh.
I don't know. That it just looks disgusting.
This is a video from my own brother. I didn't record this. These are mites all around her cage.
Okay.
Okay. I would tell her to take care of them all the time, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many died just over a year or two of being around in my house.
I think
my
the
cleaning
stuff
ladies
he
would clean them
said-
just because they felt bad, and my brother once came over and
The
said
stuff,
that if I
the stuff
married
Emery
her,
said
I'd never
about,
forgive
you
her.
know, maybe the rabbit.
In fact,
the,
when Maya
stuff
came
from
over during
earlier
my
is-
cancellation,
it could be
she actually
hearsay.
commented on EMIRU's rabbits and said, "These rabbits are completely neglected, and this is disgusting."
But him being
EMIRU
like
wouldn't
trying
clean the
to
cages, and the smell
gather
became
other people
so
to,
bad
like,
that we started to have
go
the rabbits
against her
just be outside.
or threatening her.
I told her if that's the case, she's
it's
got to make
still,
sure
like,
she's
not-
giving them water.
it's still not explained.
Because they are her responsibility. Instead, these rabbits were left outside in 100-degree heat with no food or water or anything. Most of the time being in cages with no
Yeah,
bedding
he's just trying to
besides
respond
poop
to
all
every
over
point
the
she
place.
made, right?
Emmy didn't
The
care.
abuse part is
She would
not
sit inside and play League of
responded
Legends
yet.
all
But
day.
these other points,
and what
he's
this showed
responding.
me is that I don't want her to be my children's mother,
No, this
and I
is in
couldn't
his
see
house.
myself marrying her.
She lived in that place.
The fights from these times started
Yeah,
to get worse.
his property.
I would constantly want to be farther and farther from her. I would use her for content, but after stream would want to be alone. I didn't know how to break up with her or end things.
Wait,
she was
what?
a co-owner of my org, the only person I knew, and the strain of the relationship and hiding the relationship was really taking a toll on me.
He's saying
On top of that,
he wanted to
the stalkers were getting worse. One stalker came to my house, and I had to point a gun at him for 30 minutes until the cops came. These stalkers are no joke, and the pressure from the relationship, the anger I felt, and the stalkers, as a whole really made us lash out at each other. She would tell me that she doesn't realize what she's doing, that she didn't understand what she was doing wrong. But I would constantly tell her, on and off stream, that she needs to do more because these stalkers are getting worse. I know I wasn't perfect with my language or tone throughout this entire relationship. I know I wasn't. And I was aggressive at times. In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole, stop talking about past relationships, and yes, I didn't want her to travel without me. I also said that I didn't want her to hang out with specific people. This is because I didn't want her to get hurt. I didn't want Emmy to get assaulted. I didn't want some man to do something to her when I'm not there, and I wanted to keep her safe. And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling, and I should have just ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person. And I'm sorry I did it. I'm sorry things got to this fucking point, man. The last 9 months of this relationship, things got extremely fucking toxic. I told her to move out. She didn't move out on her own. I told her to move out because I wanted space, but she still wanted me around at all times. She would get upset if we didn't sleep together or if we weren't around. She always wanted me to drive over to her house, but I never wanted to because I wanted to be alone. And that increased our fights. But the stalkers continued, and I got even more stressed. They started to take pictures of me whenever I would drive to her house. Sorry. They knew my every movement. I couldn't take it. Between the rabbits, the stalkers, and the overall ability to handle situations with each other, I knew this wouldn't last. But I didn't know how to get out of the relationship. She did not want to move out. As for me telling Cheddar to leave my house, he was swatting at Chompy constantly and making him bleed. I not only was the one that wanted her to move out first, I was the one that wanted the cat out of the house because he was attacking my cat. Every month went by the last year, and our fights started to get louder. We were breaking up with each other almost weekly. Fights were getting more aggressive, and shouting began to increase. I was not perfect, and I reflect on those situations with poor taste to myself. I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression. I one time did say I was going to kill myself during an argument. But Emmy did this as well numerous times. She would constantly say she's going to kill herself in arguments, and I have a picture where while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers who came to my house while she was in Kansas, she told me she was going to kill herself out of aggression of the situation while it was happening.
What the fuck,
I'm just going to leak everything because I don't really care. This is the situation. I told her that a stalker's at the house. I'm freaking out. What is happening? Can you call me? I'll call you. I literally want to kill myself. I can't take this anymore. I feel so alone and like a problem. So just want to show this. She was also using the I want to kill myself a lot in our situation and relationship. This is while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers. This stalker who was at my house, his background picture was EMIRU. And when he talked to the cops, he was in love with her and thought that she was talking to him. It is disgusting what these stalkers can do. I will say this. The fact that this guy came to my house and the result of it was a cop brought him down the street to a QT, which is a 7-Eleven, 15 minutes away, and that's all they did, is terrifying for these girls and terrifying for the situation in general. If he had a winning case,
would we not be talking that? I don't think that's true because last time he got canceled, he didn't talk. And he won in the case 2 years later, but at that point, nobody gave a fuck anymore. And he was already cooked. So I think this is the right play. If you get canceled, you need to talk right away.
I knew that the relationship wasn't healthy.
Explain your side.
I knew we had to end it and soon. One day, Emmy posted a very provocative picture, one that she knew I would hate, and she posted it to make me upset.
He probably
She admitted
drafted
that
up
she
a
made me
script,
upset with it, and we got
as he
into a
was
heated
watching
argument,
EMIRU
and I broke up with her.
with his lawyer.
We broke up for about a month, then got back together
Which
because
is
we
what he's
thought we can
supposed
make it work. We went to get food at BJ's, a common place where we would get food, and then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong, or did wrong in general.
Okay, so this is the part.
I got scared and left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable for me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then.
That he definitely fucked up. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, all you have to do is say sorry and
But we got
apologize.
back together soon afterwards.
Oh.
And during those last few months where we were fighting, we were still fighting, but it did feel like the relationship had good progress. And we were both agreed we need to talk about our future. Since it's been 3 years. We should see what we want, and Emmy had an idea to write down everything we wanted on paper. I'm going to let everyone know that what I'm about to say is very true. This is exactly what happened, and she cannot argue this. One day, after staying over EMIRU's house, EMIRU made me breakfast, and she wrote down everything she wanted. She wrote she wants me to move closer to her. She wrote that she wants me to marry her, and she wants kids with me in the next 5 years. And I just looked at this letter that was staring in front of me, and I just handed her back the paper. She began to cry, and I told her, I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore. I knew we were just beyond the point of toxicity in the relationship, that our trust had completely died, and that we had so many issues that I couldn't deal with it, and I was not mentally well. I walked away. I went to her door, and as I opened it, the last words I ever heard her say is, "Don't go. I love you."
Okay.
That week,
Someone
I made
says
flights to
cinema
Japan
in chat.
because I didn't want to sit around and wait to possibly get back together again.
Whoa. 50.
I have never talked to her in person since. I have messaged her numerous times wondering why I have been removed from OTK, Discords, and I was very scared because I didn't know what was going on. Nobody was talking to me or contacting me, and I have had so much regret. Times where I wanted to go back, times where I've drunk messaged her love letters, as you saw on stream. But after 10 months, I know we're much better off without each other. I did see her at a party once at Simply's house. The house was very small, and I opened the door, I said whoops, and proceeded to talk in the other room about what I possibly did wrong, and began to bawl out and be depressed because I just saw my ex-girlfriend. I want to make it very clear. I was not following her, nor lingering around her. I was with others the entire night. The house is about 2,000 square feet with about 50 people there. I, of course, was near her, but I was never following her. This year...
E-gross relationship, yeah.
This year has been very hard for me, and I'm sure for her. I even went to Japan and drank every single night just to sleep. Going from being with each other for 3 years straight and trauma bonding to be completely alone is such a difficult thing for both of us. I began therapy in February of this year with EMDR therapy, something she recommended me when we were dating. I'm very happy to say that I feel better than ever, and I've gotten a lot of the stress I've had away. I've also moved from Austin myself, and I've had a lot of trauma lingering from there as a whole. And I feel a lot better from that. I truly hope nothing but the best for Emmy. I know she said a lot of these things today, and I do believe a lot of them were false, but I do hope nothing but the best for her, and I'm sorry that any of this happened. I hate that we're in this situation, and I hope that she can move on. We were in a toxic relationship. I saw that. I've realized over the years of 2 relationships now online that I'm a horrible boyfriend and I have a lot to work on for myself. I've been single for the past 10 months and I plan to stay that way. Yeah. I'm continuing to go to therapy and work on myself, not just for me, but for the people around me.
This is the whole statement?
Okay. That's it.
He didn't
if you're wondering if it's scripted, the answer is, of course it is. I wrote it out.
He didn't address some of the DMs.
cannot freeball this. This is a very serious situation.
Like the fucking World of Warcraft shit.
Real.
He was crashing out about her having more viewers
that's
and
it.
shit. He didn't address that.
Okay. I am going to stand up for myself. I am going to defend myself in these situations. I am not going away. I have no plans to go away. And I believe a lot of the situations today were absolutely exaggerated. I have dozens of photos and videos, calls and messages as well, if she has them. I have things I will be leaking over the next 2 days of other people, of other things. I have a lot of messages that I have that I'm going to expose as time goes on, because I do believe that this is a time to go fucking buck wild. But I want to make it very clear. When it comes to EMIRU, when she says that I was getting ready to go after her and that I was going to use her rabbits against her, that was never the plan.
100,000 eyes on
My plan for myself was very simple. If Emmy were to say something about me, I would say something back. That's it. I never had a plan in my life to go after her or do anything. It was if she ever said anything, I would say something as well. And that's completely understandable.
Okay, if that is true, it kind of changes things a bit. Because EMIRU was kind of putting it as...
Can you clarify what, if anything, was said to her team at TwitchCon?
As like
I
he
said
was trying to
that if
attack
she
her.
goes after me, then I will go nuclear. And that is exactly what I said.
I hear it. Who goes after her? If she goes after him?
And that is what's going to happen. Because you can't mess with me anymore. I don't have anything to lose. I'm sorry, I don't. Go after me all you want. I have nothing to lose. And I will say this proudly. EMIRU abused those rabbits. She did. And if you're in Austin, Texas, and you want to say that she didn't abuse those rabbits at my house, you're lying. You know she did. She abused those rabbits and she let them outside. And it's disgusting. And I didn't want to bring this up ever. This was not something I planned on bringing up in my life. But it's something that she claims that she didn't do, and people are trying to defend her from that. Like Asmongold, where he says that one of her rabbits she took and brought around. What about the other 6 rabbits that died? As for what happened with me and EMIRU, it is I mentally have been fucked up for years. And I'm very proud of myself for working on myself. And I think leaving Austin was the best thing, not just for me, but for everyone around me.
Yeah, the rabbit thing is not... It's only one part of it, right? I'm also trying to figure out what he actually got accused of.
And I'm never going to not admit that. And I realized I need to be alone.
What he got accused of?
I never got kicked out of Austin, Texas. I left myself.
I think EMIRU specifically said sexual assault and blackmail, right? Or I think, no, the Twitter thing said blackmail. But she inferred pretty heavily blackmail. Like, if she were to... this makes... Okay, this makes sense,
fucked?
right?
I am.
Because she said...
I'm absolutely mentally fucked.
She said...
I have been slowly working on it. I do feel like I've been getting better.
If he said...
I feel like
or
I'm
if
very
she did
calm
anything,
right now. I
he
don't
would
feel stressed.
Call her out with the rabbit story, rabbit abuse, and all this
that
other stuff, right?
Every day I'm
but
trying
he's
to learn
saying
more and more
that
and
he
do better.
only said that in defense.
But
where if she would say something...
I'm going to stand up for myself in a lot of these situations because a lot of it was not true.
So one says one is attack,
I don't
and
like
the other
that she was
says
portraying that it was just me who was at fault. It was a toxic relationship, and that's what it was.
Yeah, this definitely sounds like a very toxic relationship. From...
Why was viewership so important? I will bluntly say this, and I'm very honest. I was, and I still am, but I very much was someone that was massively obsessed with streaming and viewership. And when my cancellation happened, and even before it, I mean, it's something you guys know. I've been massively obsessed with streaming and viewership over the years, and it's disgusting, and it has ruined my fucking life. It is something that I am envious of others. I am angry at others because of it. It makes me jealous when I see others doing well, and it has made me realize that I am, I'm never happy for someone else if they're doing much better than me. You guys know this is true if you watch my old stream. I've always been this way.
I have met him.
I've been very envious of other people.
TwitchCon.
And it's a problem. It's a serious. I'm definitely way better than I was now, or I am now, but it's a serious problem that I am still working on to this day. I am not perfect, and I fucked up with that. I've been this way for a very fucking long time, where I'm a competitive dude, and I think I'm very competitive with streaming because I really care about it a lot. I've sunk my whole life into this thing. So, did you really drive 150 miles an hour? I'm going to say this very clear. If you know me in Austin, Texas, I drive fast everywhere. I drive fast literally everywhere. I'm in an Audi R8 in Austin, Texas, where the
you gotta be careful what he
freeways are
says
open.
here.
I drive fast all the time. I do.
Oh, he should not.
I don't even
confirm
remember
that.
what situation she was talking about.
Oh.
I mean, we were in cars with each other all the time. I remember one time when she was picking me up from the airport, and she was in her blue Corvette, and she started the speed when we were on a straightaway when she was getting mad, and she stayed quiet. I don't remember the exact speed she got up to, but we were definitely flying.
Ah, Jesus, bro. I do question the rabbit video, but what? Rabbits, dirty animals. Yeah, I think the rabbit stuff is like if you treat this as like a court thing, it's hearsay, right? Because it's he say she say. Like he's saying the one thing, she's saying one thing. Like this is like a point where you just disregard because you don't know who's right on this. So I wouldn't even take that point in anymore. But he had to address that because she obviously did say that he was gonna threaten her with exposing the fact that she killed her rabbits, right? So and then from that point, everyone thought he's crazy for doing that.
But I'll say this,
but after his response,
as well,
you can't. Really
I have
take
no
that
problem
into
admitting
account
fault. The person that I was during that relationship, and I would say the MIZIF in Austin, Texas, is fucking disgusting. I hated myself. I hated this person that just sat there all day, stressed and angry and mad at the fucking world. I hated being this upset person because I know you are who you hang out with. And I definitely changed Emmy in a lot of ways and made her very stressed as well. And mentally, the situations we were in is like cataclysm both of us. I was a very toxic person, and I knew I needed to get out, so I broke up with her.
I don't know what is the incentive for EMIRU to come out and expose him with all this shit.
Was over. And the second time I broke up with her,
if
was
she
forever.
did not feel attacked.
I did message her a lot
because MIZIF is
afterwards, primarily for OTK
like
stuff.
MIZIF is already like cooked right now. Like she had to move to LA, and nobody's really collabing with him anymore, right? So it's like, why when you're on top, why would you come out and kick someone who's already down? So I don't see the incentive for EMIRU to come out and just attack him for no reason. So EMIRU, it makes more sense to me that EMIRU is saying the shit she's saying out of self-defense because she's scared that he's about to attack her. You know what I mean? So now MIZIF comes out and says that a lot of the things he did was in self-defense. So this is the only part that's just kind of like, I'm not sure this makes sense to me. I think she did it before he started with lies. I think Twitch just triggered her and she's saying because she doesn't care anymore. That's also possible. But where are all his receipts? Emmy showed a ton of DMs. Emmy showed DMs, but the DMs themselves are not like fully incriminating, right? You could be like, it could be taken as like he was like a jealous boyfriend, but that doesn't show that he was abusive, right? He's like, he was saying, oh, you shouldn't pick this like class in World of Warcraft because people are gonna think you're better than me. So he like you can definitely tell he was like very insecure about that shit. But it doesn't like fully show that he was abusive. You know what I mean? It definitely shows some like toxicity in the relationship, but it's like we need more. Like we need some more stuff. Especially after Miz comes out and he says that they were on and off, like even after the event EMIRU talked about.
I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys.
And he's going
offline
offline
as
now.
we keep going. I appreciate you guys, and I'm yeah.
He admitted now throwing stuff at breaking walls and doors. Yes, but okay. Oh, there it is.
Him and his gets.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh, they can't.
Admitting to throwing, like he said, he basically just throw his phone randomly on the bed, like in a non, aggressive way. And again, at that point, it's still kind of like. So it's still kind of hearsay at this point because you don't know there's no like exact proof on if he actually threw the phone at her freaking face, like intentionally like that, or he was just like brushing his teeth and just throw his phone on the bed and hit her on. It's like at this point, like we can't there's no proof. I just started latest real. What? Oh, he's talking about Ricky. They were on and off. After when did Emmy say they ended? Yeah, after Emmy said, where the sexual assault, like let's say alleged sexual assault happened, where he reached and then she screamed. Apparently they were still on and off after that event, so that makes things like more ambiguous. It makes things more ambiguous. I definitely like if I had to like quote unquote pick a side here, I would still give Emmy the higher benefit of doubt because I just don't see it, like there's less incentives for her to come out like this and attack MIZIF, because MIZIF is already like, if anything, MIZIF should come out and say something if he was really being like threatened, right? Because he was like trying to be a self-defense situation. So it doesn't. I would say his stream just now, it helps him a bit, but it does not resolve his like the questioning that everybody has about him. I think both are toxic, definitely, but he comes across like a psychopath who has abused her, and that's unacceptable. I mean, if that's true, it is unacceptable, but yeah, he definitely, like in the court of public opinion, MIZIF is gonna be cooked, right? Because like from past experience, and he definitely doesn't come across as genuine. I was distracted by Plinko. The thing that messed me up was him admitting to using her for content. That's not a big deal. I don't think so. Like all these people are using each other for content. It's very. This is just a thing in this industry. He said he's gonna leak more in the next 2 days. I see. MIZIF abusive parent throwing objects, reckless driving, intimidation, manipulation, violence goes back years.
So.
I'm not doing that.
Okay. Look at her face. She's so uninterested. She said no. Maya unimpressed. That's what that was.
2 Starbucks bags of Starbucks I got you over the past 2 days.
What? Did he just throw some shit?
She said no. Maya unimpressed. That's what that was.
2 Starbucks bags of Starbucks I got you over the past 2 days.
Oh my god.
Skip, that was
Throw
not
it back.
funny.
Throw it
Yeah, there
back.
better be.
That's not a good look.
Oh my god, I would beat the shit out of him.
We're live. What the fuck?
We're live, she says. Anyway.
That's not a good look. That's not a good look. The lion is running out of excuses as the walls close in. Oh man. Did Maya speak out? Did Maya speak out on this? Dude, I met Maya at TwitchCon too, man. She did not say anything, bro. She didn't say anything. Yeah, it's not looking good for MIZIF, to be honest, bro. When I told a big streamer this isn't right, everyone turned their back on me. Then Twitch took my partnership, who was close to said streamer, and don't even allow me for affiliation. Damn. Even if she doesn't, the fact that we have that on video is crazy. that we have what? Oh, the Maya thing. Even if yeah, the Minx, yeah, I don't know if I would trust anything from Minx. You know, a lot of people are coming out and saying shit, but to be honest, it's like a lot of these people are not really trustworthy, bro. Like Minx, isn't she like a huge alcoholic, bro? Like this is tough, bro. This is tough. But it doesn't seem as likely to me that EMIRU is the type of manipulative person that would go around and try to rally everyone to be against MIZIF. You know what I mean? So, like right now, it's actually just not looking good for MIZIF. Like there's too many people against him, and EMIRU does not strike as a person who is purposely trying to rally people against him. So, you know, it's like who is really the manipulator here? Whatever you do, don't do what these people are doing. Yeah, I mean, sometimes if you interact with people like this, it's not really your choice. You just have to defend yourself, right? And I'm telling you, bro, that shit happened to me. That shit has happened to me. There was this person who was talking a lot of shit behind my back to all my friends, and she got exposed. Did you ever see that clip of Miz getting upset when they were playing Rust and she was getting more drops than him? No. Do you have the clip? Who are you throwing subs at? Miz getting confronted.
Let's go. Those are perfect though.
Whatever. I only mainly watch Miz. If it's about him and his bad GGs, I'm out. From all the streaming stuff. I'm too old for this drama shit. Damn. Is this a clip? What is this? I'm gonna need a pan lower. Bro, it was recent. If you were on my stream in the past few months, you probably have an idea who it was. MIZIF rages over EMIRU's Rust stream viewership.
Today is the Rust server. Chat, I'm excited. We got some stuff, dude. We're gonna start talking to people again. We're gonna hang out a little bit.
Got raw pork.
I'll fucking take it.
Would you like some raw pork?
Yeah, I'll fucking take raw pork. Hell yeah.
Enjoy.
So I thought, why not build a house up here?
Was this after his first cancellation or not?
Yes. I can pay rent in your house.
Okay, let's do it. Yep. Oh, wait, check this out. Come here.
Ooh.
Not bad, huh?
The house?
Uh-oh. Okay, this
Wait, our houses literally look exactly the same.
Yep. Why do you feel like you need to announce your departure as a Twitch viewer? That's hilarious. That's parasocial, bro. It makes sense, though. You know, a lot of the names in the chat you just recognize, bro.
Hello?
You recognize.
Yeah.
You know, people in my chat, too. Yeah, he's not happy anymore.
I will see you guys.
No.
Fine, look what I did.
Hello. No, log out for now. For the summer. And if not...
He kept going back and forth slamming the door. Oh, was this when it's...
If not, alright. Yeah, I'm gonna log the sub. Hello.
Haven't had to do what we had to do to make it here. Where we she had a one-hit advantage. She was coming after me. I had to attack back.
What the fuck is this?
What are you? Was that a test?
You said.
Well, I have some cloth in my house.
Holy shit, she's actually jumping.
my body real quick. Did anyone loot me?
Yeah. Go to the restroom real quick.
Guys, I have
I'll be
decided
right back.
no more Twitch for me.
Yeah, she's trapped now.
Fine, look what I did.
Sick, okay, sick, okay, I'm stuck in here, okay, sick.
I'm gonna make some
This
stats.
is why, chat. I'm gonna do the content house in New York, bro, not LA. Okay? None of this fucking drama bullshit like dick sucking to get up the networking shit, bro.
Avaragi, thanks for the sub.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's not. Throwing fit, making EMIRU end stream early. Damn, there were comments that like that were saying this
In the moment.
Yeah. New York streamers are better, bro. New York just breeds more authentic. Okay, okay.
What?
Jeremy, bro. Listen. At least things come out to light instantly. Okay. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Yeah, that shit happened in LA. Okay, that shit. Keep that shit in LA, bro. Keep that shit in LA.
Hey, I'm not done yet. Like I said.
They were strapped with the.
Asmus says he regrets platforming MIZIF.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
He feels responsible for EMIRU's situation.
And so,
Jesus,
it always was
bro.
bad vibes. I mean,
So
you know, in a
wrong.
way, like, there's a part of me that feels kind of responsible in a way, because, like, I wish I had just known more. If I was able to just know more and be more assertive and, you know, everything. But at the end of the day, I mean, I can't really fucking know everything. And I don't think anybody thought it was as bad as it
Payson,
was.
chill, my boy Ricky, bro. Chill, my boy. You see the drama with Nina? I did. Dude, I sent a text to Nina today. I said, hope everything's all right. You know, I think, you know, the shit she did to Saeed was definitely not good. But, you know, she did apologize, and, you know, hope things turn out fine, bro.
And I
those are sobbing
apologize
emojis,
for,
bro.
you know,
Hey,
platforming
you're
Miz to the extent that I did.
Yeah, Nina just got banned.
It was a mistake.
Yeah, it was good, Spectre.
I didn't know it at the time, but it was a mistake.
That's crazy.
He's saying like, Emmy, you know, I'm gonna kill myself. I waited, or I'm gonna KMS. I waited so long for this, etc. Basically he was upset because I had higher viewership than him. That's literally it. I had higher viewership than him, and like I said, this is during an event, so there were drops. Like everyone knows when there's drops, like it's.
Is that not funny? It's just I'm thinking. Like imagine a nigga writing me like, yeah, you pulling move, using me. Now I'm finna blow my. Like that's some crazy shit. Like, it just sound crazy. Like that was not crazy to y'all. Like imagine
Wait,
not texting somebody.
Zoe got unbanned? He got, so she was the person with that was banned for the abuse.
What abuse?
Like the essay on alleged on with Nina.
Oh.
Yeah. So I guess Nina is Nina still banned? How is Zoe unbanned before Nina? That I do not understand, bro. That makes no sense. That makes no sense to me.
Oh, Nina got a month?
I don't know what she got. I don't think it said.
Oh, but it's not like forever? That's...
Huh?
I thought it was a forever thing.
No, it's like it's not. They don't tell you how long you're
Oh.
banned for, which is kind of crazy, right? It's like, oh, your job is gone for now. We don't know for how long.
What did XQC do that Ludwig didn't? XQC this is why I forgave XQC. Is when I met up with XQC, he started crying, and XQC cried, and he was apologizing to me, saying how wrong he was for the whole situation. That's why. And I truly believe, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, I think XQC was a shitbag back then. I think I was a shitbag back then in a lot of ways. But I think both of us have went through a lot of things over the last few years. I think XQC went through a lot with his divorce and everything else, whatever happened with him. I think he's a better person changed. And I think he's much more grounded. So I think XQC changed a lot as a person.
Oh, man. It is crazy. That might be it, chat. I don't know if there's anything else to it. I think the conclusion is streamers.
Yo, what's good? What I
Yo,
missed?
Ego, you missed everything, bro. You dead ass missed everything. I'm not gonna lie, you missed every fucking thing, bro.
What's happening? My viewers were dropping. Maya's were only going up. And there was a part of me that thought that I was going to be smaller than her. And I don't know if it was my ego or what, but I couldn't take it.
Yeah. I think the moral story here, conclusion, is that, bro, streamers are fucking terrible people, bro. Okay? A lot of them are.
Aren't you?
Not me, though. Not me. Because, I'm grounded as a person. I'm not an 18-year-old. Yes, because I'm in New York. No, but actually, like, there's a lot of power play that happens in this type of entertainment industry. And, a lot of times it's whoever's, more popular gets to set the narrative. And so you have to be careful when, narratives are happening on Twitter and they explode, headlines are going. You can't just trust whatever is being said. You have to be, because you don't know what's happening behind the scene. And in this situation, there's a lot of hearsay on both sides. And to be honest, I would give my benefit of the doubt to EMIRU simply because, like, I just feel like she doesn't have as much incentive to be, being the bad actor in this case. Pam pushed Allegra to the ground yesterday. I saw that. Yeah, dead ass people could use that as a clip. Like, if someone wants to, like, I don't know, someone's like, they don't like me, right? They could use that as a clip and say I'm abusive for whatever reason, right? It's like, it's fucking stupid. So a lot of these clips right now that you're even now, right? And it's like, I'm not even saying this to defend MIZIF, but it's like, I'm saying this as a thing for any audience viewers. Is all these clips you're seeing on your timeline, they could be extremely out of context. And, like, even when you think there's no context that can save this, there could be a context that could save whatever this person's saying. So you have to be very critical about any of these stuff that you see on the timeline, and even who's saying that, like, this person is backing up, but it's like, this person is literally like a drunk alcoholic. Like, I've seen this person, like, do crazy shit, like, so it's like, you really just can't trust random shit you see online. You can't take it at face value. So, for a situation like this, it's really just a lot of hearsay, and you can't take it too seriously unless there's, like, literally a court of law approving some shit.
They said you're not listening to them.
What? Who said that?
I feel emotionally abused when you don't read my messages.
Okay, bro. All right. I'm emotionally abusing you every day, then. Disclosure. That's the internet content creators should know that they signed up for when they choose this career path. I mean, that's one way to see it. The other way is also, like, as viewers, you can, I think over time, viewers will become more, they become more intelligent to what's happening, right? Like, the audience will become smarter over time and realize a lot of, like, clip farming shit is fake, right? It's acting. And once you know it's fake, it just becomes cringe to look at, right? And a lot of these, like, drama situation is, like, there's a whole bunch of, like, social dynamics going on behind the scenes of because there's money involved. These are people's livelihoods, so they will go to extreme lengths to prove their point, even when it might not necessarily be the truth. What Allegra laughing at?
Hey T.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm interested in seeing how this plays out over the next few days. You know, I think MIZIF said he's gonna say more shit. I'm sure EMIRU will say stuff too. I think from MIZIF's 1 hour defense, like he came up quick with that script, bro. He must have like pulled up with his lawyers right away or during the EMIRU presentation, drafted up some shit, and then just went live and said it, right? So, which I think is the right play by him right there, because the longer you wait, the less people care. Yo, thank you. Yo, beef jerky angry type for the tier 1. Thank you for tier 1, bro. Appreciate you. Oh, definitely he has lawyers. Definitely, as he should. So yeah, I think his response was okay. It does not resolve his situation.
Bare minimum.
Yeah, it was like the minimum.
But he didn't have the minimum.
But I think if he really wants to resolve it, he needs to keep saying shit in the next few days that can resolve it. Because right now, like, some things, the not resolved stuff is he's still like, there is no concrete proof that he's abusive, but it's really not that, like, it doesn't feel that crazy of a jump to say that he is abusive because of the examples EMIRU gave, you know, and like some of the screenshots that she sent, it seems like he's very, very sensitive, and yeah, that's like kind of unpredictable as a person. Rough showing for both sides. This shit should never ever be public because both are gonna get hate. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what it is, bro. It's both shitty persons just take it to court. This is like a messy divorce type of vibe. One of the two got to be a victim, but no one will know. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be one of them a victim. It could be they're both aggressors and victims, right? Like, for example, a lot of marriages, they end like when they're divorced, it's not like because of just one person. It's because of both person. Like, both people were toxic or aggressive. Like, that's very possible as well. Yeah, toxic relationship. So be careful, chat, who you interact with, because it might be fun in the moment, but shit, they might just end up destroying your life. This is better than some Netflix drama? Yeah, because it's real life, man. This is not acting. This is not a show. I don't think they scripted this whole thing, man. This is real shit right here. Hey, Disclosure, thank you for the 2 months. Appreciate you. Don't cuff e-girls. I would tend to agree with that.
What's an e-girl? Now that you can explain it.
Okay, when you say that, it makes it seem like I'm trying to say EMIRU's at fault. I'm not saying that. This is like more a general conversation. E-girl is just like a girl who's like on the internet a lot and like do like Discord dates. Have relationships on Discord. I don't know. What's an e-girl, chat? How do you fucking define that shit?
Him is an e-girl.
Yeah, I'm an e-boy, I guess, in a way, because I'm here on the internet, virtual.
Am I an e-girl?
You are not e-girl. I feel like to be an e-girl, you have to at least play some video games. That's like a prerequisite. E-unk. All right, bro. Yo. E-unk is crazy, bro. I've never heard that term before.
Yeah.
Low-key talking to e-girl right now. Am I cook chat? Yeah, you probably are, but it's fine. You know, Ricky, how old are you? Like 21?
Need to know.
As long as you're less than 24. You're 21, you're fine. You'll probably just break up with her in 1 year. You know, it's fine. E-girl is a girl whose whole personality is the internet and gaming. Okay, yeah, that's like the extreme e-girl. Yeah. I'm 40. You're not 43, Tay. My GF plays lose support for every game. Yeah, that's a e-girl. Yeah, it's a leak. It's a leak thing. But yeah, chat. What y'all think about the situation? You know, we'll be here covering. I'll be covering the rest of the developments of this. I am interested in seeing how this plays out.
60.
This is like a real life case, you know. It's like a case study. I'm 60 and my girl has an OF and plays League. Yeah, buddy. You're cooked, buddy. Or you're rich. You're probably rich, but cooked at the same time. Some things are not worth it for the money, man. Like, do you think it's worth it to be MIZIF or, EMIRU? But you make like, multi-million, but then it's like you have stalkers showing up that you need a gun to dissuade, and then you have your exes telling all your business online and suing you and all this shit. It's a whole lot of headache, bro. This is what you gotta do to make money, chat. Yeah. This is why, chat, you gotta be careful who you mess with.
Just live in a penthouse with security.
I mean, dude, they can afford security and they still have trouble with it, Okay, she said Twitch wasn't disclosing the person who attacked her to the police. Really? Is that because of some law or some shit? Because that seems weird. That's why I want to be streaming on Queso. He's a guy who just like plays video games. But that's hard, bro. That's hard. No one's gonna find you. I just got back from a long drive. Yo, Nate, you missed a lot of shit, bro. You missed a lot of shit. Why are you going on a long drive at this hour, bro? Are you like being introspective or some shit? Miz did deny a lot of the allegations. Yes. I would say his statement, it was okay, but it does not resolve him of everything. I think the allegations are mainly the fact that he sexually assaulted her, and that he was abusive. And I think that was the main, like physically abusive, yeah. And also like trying to get her to like talking shit about her to other people, I guess. It's basically the situation we had, Nate. It's basically the situation we had. But here we don't know who's right. Or, well, not who's right, but there's a lot of hearsay. He mostly just explained his side, not much, yeah. Yeah. Alright, chat. I think I'm gonna call it a night. It's pretty late. Shout out to Allegra for watching this.
Ow! It's okay.
Am I abusive?
No.
MIZIF claimed he nader 4L before signing out. Yeah, MIZIF is a nader 4L affiliated, bro. Clip, bro, actually. That shit gonna resurface in 5 years.
I said no, though.
No what?
Good night.
Oh, no. Allegra, can you do this? Dude, no.
I already did that.
Oh, really? You did it on Nate's stream?
Thirst traps. I don't post thirst traps.
Stop dropping thirst traps.
I don't post thirst traps.
MIZIF having a post stream discussion nader for our Discord. Viveka. Driving still to her location for nader. Who's Viveka? Chat, we'll be live tomorrow for matcha runs. We're going to a bunch of matcha places.
Well, 2.
And reviewing them.
We can go to more.
2. Yeah.
And shopping.
Shopping for what?
Keychains.
Matcha flight. Good stream, W Reacts. Yeah, it's good. It's a good react tonight, huh?
Specifically from me.
What'd you say?
Specifically from me.
Yeah, the great takes.
My
great takes tonight.
takes
Great opinions. You contributed a lot to the conversation I play here in society. Bingo tomorrow. Now we're just doing about matcha run. Allegra leaves, I think, on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, boys. Did you enjoy what you saw? Did it make sense to you, Allegra?
It
Because
makes
you don't know
sense.
any of these people.
I feel like I can't say anything because I don't really know.
You can say anything. Because you don't know these people, you can say anything.
Nah.
You know what I mean? That's why I can say anything, because I don't know any of these people.
Yeah.
We're going to be streaming tomorrow. What time are we doing, Matcha?
Whenever.
It's going to be in the afternoon, chat. Maybe like 3.
8 a.m.
No, bro. It's
Okay.
going to be like 3, bro. Probably 3, 4 p.m. I'll text the
5,
Discord. Join
6,
Discord. Exclamation point
7.
Discord. I do it. Oh, TikTok. Oh, yeah. I'm slow down the clips. Yeah, my clip editor. He was like, he had to deal with school and shit. But we're trying to make a comeback, bro. We're trying to make a comeback. YouTube, we're making a comeback. Well, we have a bunch of videos queued, but I don't have the thumbnails, so it's gonna be posted soon. 6, 7, no, it's gonna be earlier than 6, 7. Okay, it's definitely gonna be earlier than 6, 7.
They close before, like, most of them close around 4, actually. So you better get up.
What?
Or
No,
5.
bro. What matches? We'll just go AT, bro. If it closes. Lamau. Clip editor. He's not hungry enough. Yeah, he's not even here right now. What the hell, Wind? Paying hires. Okay, no, it's not fucking child, bro. The guy's like 22 years old in the UK. Bring back the YouTube. The YouTube is back, bro. The YouTube is back. Video is coming. All right, chat. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll both see you guys tomorrow. W fucking stream, bro. W fucking stream. I'm gonna see y'all. Have a good night. Everything's gonna be all right. You know, even if the whole world is against you, it actually doesn't really matter, bro. The truth is, people forget about everything. I guarantee you, in 1 year, people will forget about this shit. So, what's our outro song? You want to pick the outro song?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Raid, bro? Okay, I'll pick someone to raid. Don't go yet. Let's raid someone. Let's see if... Yo, tell me if Allegra's song is good or not. WRL
What
for
the heck
Allegra's
is
song.
that?
Let me write it.
Delete the space.
It's gonna be a Chinese song, bro. She's not even Chinese,
Artist,
man.
artist. Oh, no, profiles. I'm not an artist.
She's not Chinese, bro. Dude, you're not popping up on Spotify.
I literally was... Hold on. This kid.
Raid Miskif, bro. Yo.
How do I go back to home?
Dude, if Miskif stops streaming, where is all of his viewers gonna go? I feel like a lot of them are just not gonna be on Twitch anymore.
Chinese song.
Alright, who are we rating, chat? Who are you rating?
Nader.
He's not live. He's
Metro.
live. He's not live.
That's all I know.
Yeah, nobody's fucking live, bro. XQC. You know XQC?
What is this? Wrong with this video?
Is that him?
Subway. They're watching NYC. That's our city right there. Miskif damn it, he's obsessed with viewer counts and he can't help it. Yeah.
What?
I mean, yes, that was fairly obvious. Anastasia's
Ew!
live?
Ew! Oh my
What was
god!
A dog looking at the woman's mouth.
What the?
Bro, the subway clips are crazy.
This is what we see, chat. This is real. Dude, my shit's lagging. NYC Subway bottom 3 experiences. Nah, I love the New York Subway, bro. What the fuck is this lag? Raid Sham?
What the heck is this?
How hard is Raid Kai? Bro, literally nobody's live. I can raid Sarah. Oh, Anastasia's live. Dude, what? I don't even follow her, bro. I'll raid her. Say Harmon.
Reaper Kai.
Reaper is live. It is not raid. Alright, chat, go shout out Anna. I'm out. Raid and X. Ludwig Subway can't compete. Dude, no Subway can compete with New York Subway. Aside from Asian shit like Japan or China.
Or Korea.
Korea's Subway not bad.
They're so nice.
Yeah.
And they're so clean.
Miz Kid's gonna be orphaned. Chat, we need the Miz Kids here. Let's take over the Miz Kids. Alright, chat. We're gone. Good night, chat. Good night.